Someone do recap.
Shin do recap.
The only thing
Short
you
Tango.
I knew it. I knew it. I said the only thing you say is that he's short tango. I won't buy you shit lah, okay?
Senny's
Marian
very...
stole Tango from me and Cam hates caramelized onions. That's all I took away from the session.
That's pretty
I
good
changed my
actually.
opinion. I
Pretty
changed
good,
my
eh?
opinion on it.
Is,
Sean, let's
is
go.
that me or is Senny's webcam unavailable?
Yeah, it's unavailable.
Is it? I can see myself.
It's
Can you see
unavailable for
us?
me also.
Yeah, I'll refresh. Yeah, I can see you guys. I can see myself as well. Yeah, refresh.
So
Hello?
the previous session we
Oh, I realized that I don't have any of my notes. Shit.
Why not using OneNote?
Where did we? Oh yeah.
Save it in Notepad.
You saved your notes in Notepad. It's fucking 2021 December. Okay. Anyways, Syria cast message on Yin, and what we saw was that she kind of grasped her head and then got knocked out. Seyfried went to kind of shake her conscious with his magic touch. It seems like Syria didn't remember like events of the whole day. So after like asking Yin like if he did anything or if he knows or what happened when Syria tried to send message to him, seemed like he didn't really know, or he was just being a scared person. So that was like at the night before the rest. So we decided that it would be best to keep watch, and then in the morning we'll try to tackle this with properly prepared spells. So at that night, Isuya and Yin had a nightmare where they saw like very like dark woods and some orange eyes, something that looked like in the shape of a beholder but not really. So in the morning, they shared this with us, and Vervin and Seyfried tried to help Yin and Syria using some their holy magic. Couldn't really tell if it worked, so we kind of just decided that we have to assume that it kind of did, and then we had to take our next steps. So our plan was kind of just to ask for help. So Yin eventually shared that he might be able to get someone to help. The person, I cannot remember why did I not write this down.
Rosora.
Yes, that person. So our plan was also to reach out to our gold dragon acquaintance to also ask him to see if he knows anything about it. So we went to get a message sent to them both. We kind of split the party there, right? Yeah. So Seyfried, Casglove, and Yin went to the with Yin to his place, while the rest went to send the message. Yeah. So it wasn't very good because Yin immediately could hear the voices when it was near. I think like after a while, like when we reconvened, Syria shared with us that the dragon said that he might be able to help, but he would need more information. And after like consulting with Yin, he said that the information that the dragon would need would be in the book that he keeps in that room. So we decided like to take the risk and send someone in to grab the book. So Casglove volunteered to go in. And
Wait, I had a question here. I was watching also during this part, right? Didn't we copy all the contents of the book already?
Yes, you did. Wait, no, you didn't.
The book is his journal, is it?
Copied the contents of the arcane circles and stuff, not the journal itself, right?
Yeah, I think so.
No, we didn't copy the journal. We just took the journal.
Yeah.
Then what book is he talking about?
He's talking about not. He's not talking about the actual journal. He's talking about specific drawings of the plant, which is not in the journal.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, that book itself is located in the table in the room. So we decided to send Kesklav in. Siegfried cast some protection from evil and good as a little fail safe. But when Kesklav entered, didn't really work. So he heard a female voice and saw that the plants actually grew back, and then there were like eye stalks looking at him, and there were like vines trying to curl around him. So he quickly retreated and shared with the party. So after a while, we all decided that better to just forcefully go in and handle the situation now before things get worse. So when we just finally went in, the voice touched all of us, and in our minds, like, we heard a lady. Yeah, so he shared that, or she said that she now recognizes the five of us, and that she will be seeing us soon. So after she said that, the abyssal plant or whatever it is actually withered away. So it seems like she can freely control them. So yikes. Yeah, so after that we retrieved the book, and yeah, yes, this I almost forgot. This was before she made Yin try to commit Sudoku with the Heartspin. So luckily, Siegfried was quick to act and managed to cure him of the poison before it was fatal. We eventually did call for some assistance, the paramedics, and he went to get Verona. So after a bit of dodging around Verona's questions, we decided to approach, what the hell is his name?
Rice.
I want to say Varys, but
Rhys.
that's totally wrong.
Rhys.
Rhys, yes. Rhys. Yeah. So we decided to approach Rhys to share this information first before anything else, since it seems like he has the highest chance of listening to us, since we deduced this might be directly related to the Masked Elves. So after sharing the information with him, he also told us that perhaps it's not that bad of an idea to share Verona, since, well, as much as she places the interests of her people first, this might be more important than that, or indirectly or directly, this would also affect her, so she would take the necessary actions. So we decided to go visit Verona and share with her what we've learned, like almost everything. And from there, Verona also shared more about Neluon. She shared that Neluon's actually a celestial being that's trapped inside the scabbard, and her physical form is somewhere else. So she just stressed the fact that Neluon might be a god or something alike to it, and that her name is Ancient Elvish, which predates even Verona's ancestors. So yeah, like Neluon is way old, like beginning of the realm old, and that's kind of where we left off.
Okay. As we pick up from last week's session, where the five of you have managed to somewhat stabilize the situation with Yin and the peeping vines. You've uncovered or managed to somewhat identify the source of the corruption behind the plant and what was afflicting Yin. I think some of you have also suspected that there might be more going on behind this city than what you first thought. So you come to what appears to be some sort of a crossroads, where you have to leave the city in a pressing amount of time, a day and a half actually, or extend your stay and find out what exactly is happening in the city of Everesca. You may begin.
Can you guys see me now?
Yeah, we can. No,
I will refresh.
Let me refresh too.
Let me refresh. True.
why not just semi-refresh?
I refreshed already.
I refresh and I cannot see still.
Cannot see
Cannot.
also.
Okay,
Cannot
wait, let's
see.
see.
Why do we have a day and a half? Sorry, what was that timeline about?
Before you're supposedly supposed to leave on Friday.
Right.
Oh. Well, we can go visit your friend Seifried to pick up our or my equipment.
Well, we can do that, sure. Mitral armor.
Talk him.
Alright. You can do that first.
How's this?
No.
No?
Okay. So let's run that part first. So Cypher and Kastav, you will head over to the Shield and Scepter.
Yeah.
Okay. You ran over to the Shield and Scepter. You head over to the Shield and Scepter after you leave the. Is anybody else following, or the rest of you want to do your own thing?
I wouldn't mind following this.
Anyway,
follow, you can't go in.
we cannot go in, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, just chill on outside.
Okay.
Sure. Then let's go and check out this mysterious place.
Where are we
Alright.
going again? Sorry?
The blacksmith.
Oh, the blacksmith?
The
Okay.
shady blacksmith.
It's not shady actually.
Goblin blacksmith.
Wait, you still can't see me?
No.
Oh, what error does it give?
There's
Nothing.
no
No,
error,
it's just
blank.
like, it's just blank.
It's just blank? What?
Alright. So you head over to the Shield and Scepter. Same thing, same door, with the slide. The sliding component can open and close.
Give it a loud banging knock.
The door,
According to
you hear like a sound again, and like the shifting sound again. It's just kind of like something's being moved towards the door, and then slight footsteps, and then a female voice. Who is it?
oh, hello. Her name is Luke, right?
Sorry.
Name is Luke or Meek, or I don't remember what her name was, but yes, we are here for the
Checking the
collection.
If I'm not wrong, her name is Loof.
Luke, yes.
Loof. Loof.
Right.
Wow.
Who's that?
It's Seifried for the mithril armor pickup.
Yes. Miki is expecting you. Just 1 second. Then you hear the sound of something being moved away, and then the door clicks and opens. Please come in.
Is Loof a gobble as well?
Yes.
Cool.
Still nothing?
Married a hill giant.
Still nothing.
Still
Loof
nothing.
the
Firefox, let's try.
Why did you just let them in? You didn't even make things difficult for them. You just let them in.
Hello.
Stupid wives, good for nothing wives.
Wow.
Wow, rude.
You see Loof just kind of like start sweeping the floor behind the back area. Meek walks up to you. It's like, it's done. Armor. He kind of like gestures towards the table. Mithril breastplate.
How does it look?
It looks exceptionally. It looks like it's brand new. It doesn't even look like it was restored.
Damn.
There's barely a scratch. There's not barely a scratch. There's no scratches at all.
Oh,
It looks absolutely brand new, and it's been polished so that there's a shine that comes off it also.
we're gonna get a little bag for it to be carried in, you know, this
What
kind
do you
of
want?
sack.
A bag for this?
Well,
Think I have a bag?
maybe I should just wear it.
I don't know, with your branding. Oh well, sure. Just go on. What if it's
Son, there is no branding. I don't want people coming up to my store. You know how I operate.
Sure.
There's what
And the
now?
shield as well. Then he kind of like shows you the buckler,
Oh, this looks.
which is beautiful in make also. Like it feels like when you pick it up, it feels like it was created just for you. The weight and the balance feels just right.
This is amazing work. Wow.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you.
shit. Tell me something I don't know already.
Well, thank you nonetheless.
Can I have the money, please?
Of course.
Hand over, suck.
I'll hand it my portion.
I'm assuming I don't need to count. You're not gonna cheat me.
Oh no, definitely not.
Alright. Okay.
Why doesn't
He
this?
gonna, yeah, he gonna tries to lift the bag up, but it's too heavy. So
Well,
it's just like,
let me help you with that.
what do you mean? I don't need your help. And then like he whistles, and you see one of the automatons comes over and picks up the bag.
Oh,
Shit.
that's cool. I'm going to just change it now. I mean, change to the armor.
Okay.
Step block, step block.
Yeah.
So it should be
Oh.
16 AC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus
Yeah.
shield, 18 AC. Yeah.
Unthinkable. You're standing in front now.
18 AC.
You have special Mitral properties, or is it just...
I don't
Mitral
think
one
it
is-
affects
is di-
anything for.
It's just no disadvantage on stealth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't that most medium armor?
Yeah. I think breastplate had disadvantage because it's.
The breastplate has disadvantage on stealth, by the way.
Wow, okay.
It's like it was like the hunter armor that what's that Sunny used to wear. Yeah. Alright. Hey, you make sure to come back when you're in town, yeah?
Oh.
Yeah, good paying customers who are welcome, and you too, boy, if you're in town.
Oh, okay, sure, yes.
I whispered to Kasnav, you're allowed in now.
Yeah, I'll smile.
What's your name, by the way?
Oh, I'm Casclaf. Nice
It's a
to
shit name. Nice to meet you.
I. Okay. Okay. Well.
Where you from?
Somewhere.
You're not from here.
No.
You don't have pointy ears.
No, I don't. I don't know if you heard of it. It's kind of quite far from here. It's a little settlement called Vorin.
No, not really.
It's all the way in the Forgotten Woods.
Well,
Forest.
what are you doing all the way here then?
Well, it's not really a place to go back anymore. Not since the Marcells.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm no good with like these, things. Sorry. Yeah.
No, it's okay. You wouldn't have known.
Yeah. All right. You know what? Lots of work to be done, and yeah, this is getting really awkward. There's no sense having this conversation drag on any longer. So, the two of you just please don't, you know where the exit is. Yeah.
No,
You
but
kind of like,
if someone does ask where I got this from, what should I tell them?
tell them you stole it. Tell them you got it off a body of a dead soldier. Just don't tell them you got it from me.
Oh, okay. All right. Wait, I'm curious. Then how do you get customers if you don't want people to know?
I only work for the best, and only the best can afford my services.
Ooh. Okay. All right then. Well, I'll be sure to visit when I'm back.
Yeah. I'll be seeing you around. Yeah. Gestures to the exit, waiting for you to make a move.
Yeah, I will leave.
Alright. You hear the door lock behind you, and you walk out with your armor and your shield.
Going to like jumping jacks and just move around to feel it out.
Feels weightless. It doesn't feel like you have put on any additional armor. It feels like extremely light material. So it doesn't even feel like you're putting on any extra weight onto your body.
Oh, this is amazing.
I walk over to Cascraft and just tong 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 his armor. Looks good.
It feels very. It doesn't make us. It doesn't like make a a very large sound. It's not like heavy armor or anything like that. Yeah. Oh god.
That's actually Cascraft, but
Oh
14.
god. Sandy, I can't see you. I don't know what's going
Yeah,
on.
I don't know what's going on as well.
Try Microsoft Edge, my friend.
Did you check whether you gave permissions to the page or something?
Yeah, I tried Firefox also. I can see myself, but I can't see you guys. Wait, let me. I don't know what is it, man. Microsoft Edge.
No meme. I'm using it. It's good.
All right,
Oh,
friends. What are we
okay.
doing for the day?
Microsoft
you know what time your appointment is?
Uh,
Cyfried?
My appointment.
Yeah.
Have we collectively decided to stay
Yeah,
on
no,
for
I-
another
But
week?
you know what time the appointment is, right?
No, I don't.
Okay, I didn't write the time, but it's tea time lah. So that's mid afternoon usually.
Right.
Yeah. And do take note that it takes time to get there. So 2 hours, remember?
Right. So can we decide if we are doing side quests to stay in the city, look for more potential spies if we come across them, or do we want to get cracking with the go out, get more money and loot, and then come back kind of idea?
I think now that Viz and Verona kind of know a bit of what's going on, maybe we can leave it to them for a while.
I feel that we are a bit ill-equipped to be tipping toes around like city guards and things like that right now.
Yeah,
We are more suited to the open road.
I agree.
Maybe we have a bit more money and influence, we'll be able to do the city kind of intrigue things later on. If there's still a city to return to.
Okay. If you
The
decide
wall.
to leave, you need to go back and sign the contract, collect your items from Marshal Riz, and do the necessary in the next 1.5 days.
Yeah, the walls, when we come back, will have turned to human flesh.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Yikes, dude.
The windows bleed.
So maybe you can think about what you would like to do. Like you will be away for a good amount of time, 2 to 3 months.
Oof.
Yeah, I feel like we should do a supply run, but I am minus 10 gold.
Minus 2.
Minus 10 gold.
I have 17
Buy
gold left.
whatever Orcus needs lah.
Oracus has a lot of money. I saw his inventory.
Borrow from him, 10 gold.
There was nothing to buy.
It cannot. I'm on mic. Oh my god, so loud.
No,
But it's fine.
cannot.
I'm on Microsoft Edge.
Cannot.
No.
Cannot.
What the fuck? What's
Hey, what
going
happened to
on?
the healing potions, ah?
You haven't given it yet.
I don't know. I have
wait,
one
what?
on me.
You didn't buy.
I have
You
one
didn't
on
Bought,
me.
buy.
we bought. I
did,
minus
we
money
bought,
off
Oh
my.
yeah,
You
you bought like 3 or something, right?
4, we have 1
Or
each.
4.
Yeah.
No, 4 is 1 each, man. No, we have 1 each.
No, I have one, but with this, I think the clerics and the paladin thing didn't take one. Or
Yeah.
something like that.
It was 3,
So 3, either 3 or maybe
No, we
1 of.
definitely
No, I
have
think
Wait.
Cyfred took
Definitely have
1.
No, I didn't take one.
Only. Then Sandy, you have 1 ah.
How much was it? It was 50, right? Each.
60 each.
60 each.
Thought we negotiated to 50.
No, we didn't want to.
Yeah. Because she wanted to ask
Rare
us to do
shit.
something for
Yeah.
her.
Oh, right.
Then we decided like not to.
But we do want to take note of what that rare thing is so we get it for ourselves, right? The dust crystal or something.
Yeah.
Dusk Crystal.
Right.
So we bought how many?
I
I
remember.
think we got 4.
Yeah, I think 4.
Yeah. I think the last
Just make
one.
sure. Just make sure you have 4.
So we have 1 each, basically me, Orcus, Casclav, and then either Vervin or Cypher has the
It's
other
not
one.
me. It's not
So if
me.
it's not Cypher,
Yeah,
then
probably
it's Sunny.
Vervin.
It's probably hey Sunny. Cannot then I might just play. It's okay. You'll fix it after the session.
Yeah, it's okay.
Don't worry about it.
Wait, cannot. Wait, Discord cannot.
Yeah,
What?
everybody got two screen now. What?
No. As in, I want to see if my thing even works on Discord.
You check
Hey.
No, you can't even see you
doesn't.
I
on
can't see you on
Discord.
I can't see you on Discord.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
I think it might be a webcam, man.
Like yours.
Yeah.
yeah, probably.
Is
Maybe
your
your com.
OBS open? You gotta close all the exclusive mode shit.
Not.
It's a pro streamer, dude. He will make a mistake like that.
Spotify. No, it's not Spotify.
Hey, but
Famous.
now actually.
Oh fuck! Like
true,
it's
right?
Wallpaper Engine. Alright, let's quit Wallpaper Engine.
Wallpaper.
It's wallpaper engine.
No, it's not Wallpaper Engine.
Wait, the fuck do you have wallpaper engine? Open man.
I mean, we can use Discord. I don't mind if there's easy.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
It's,
work.
it's
Oh, no,
not
but
even
then
working.
no,
It's not even working on Discord.
But the recording won't pick up.
Yeah.
Yeah, fetch. I mean, it could if you want. It's just OBS, but nah. Let's stick
It's
to
fine.
it.
It's fine. It's
It
fine. Let's
doesn't
just
work.
we'll continue for now. Okay.
The
What-
Foundry picture clarity is so much better anyway. Like we're a far cry from the Roll20 days. And
Okay,
feel like
guys.
people don't
What are we
remember how
doing,
bad it was.
guys?
I will send a note or to the Faustiners to at least let them know that we can't
Oh,
come
yeah.
by.
See you on Discord.
Okay, you can take
Oh,
off.
see you on this.
Oh yeah, we see you on Discord now.
Oh, it got cut.
Yeah,
So-
try back Foundry now.
Do you
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
yes?
Alright.
Do you want to send a handwritten note or magical message?
Which is faster?
The magical message will reach them within the day. The handwritten note will take a few days. Like it's snail mail.
What? But then like we expected today, right?
Yes.
It's okay.
Then what?
But
few
you,
days?
if you read the letter, they will say that if you don't show it's a no show. They'll just assume you're not interested.
Oh, that's what they said.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
Do we need to be in their good graces if you are not
I
interested?
mean, either way, it's polite to say sorry. We really have to go short notice.
Yep.
You know how these things
Send a
are.
magical message. Huh?
Sure, yeah, I'll do that. It's not
Okay.
expensive.
Clock off one go.
That's my last goal.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, I'm 0-0-0-0 now, and just
Fine, you want to
mean,
take gold from me?
it's fine.
It's just
Alone
gold.
from the
I don't know why
bank
is it.
of Oracus.
It's fine. It's fine. I will make do with 0-0-0 for now until I need something. But yeah, just let them know that maybe if we will. I don't know if I will return, but it was very urgent and we had to go in the
Okay.
interest of the city. Yeah.
Okay, sure. No problem. You send that message. Alright. What else would we like to do for the day? You have is probably slightly before noon, let's say 11:30 now.
If we are going, then we need to go and buy like cold weather shit and stuff because like the places
That's
are open.
provided, right?
No, not
No weather gear
clothes.
is not provided.
No,
Alright.
so we need to go stock up.
But we should negotiate for them to provide us with the gear required for the mission.
Welfare, no welfare.
Should we?
Makes no sense. If we have no money, then how? Then how they expect us to complete the mission?
Maybe we should go speak to Riz first and yeah, like sign the contract. Maybe
Oh yeah, sign the contract. Yeah.
negotiate with him or like ask him to give money, please.
Or like a semi-sponsored rate from one of the stores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I see
Oh,
Sunny,
hello, Sunny.
but not Sean and Mary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sean and
yeah.
Marion is now
I
gone.
don't think it's a
I
foundry
cannot see
thing.
Sean.
It's a foundry
But I
thing.
see everyone else.
I promise you it's a foundry thing. I think it's a foundry thing. I think it's the connection or something.
No.
Just leave it lah.
Leave it,
Whatever.
lah.
No, I'll keep refreshing.
Alright. So we're gonna see Marshall Reese first?
I think we should.
I suppose so, yeah.
Alright.
We need like details of what gear they're providing at least so that we know what to get ourselves.
Okay, the same receptionist will tell you that
Still to think of it.
the same receptionist will tell you that Marshall Reese is in a meeting right now. But I can lay out the contract for the 5 of you and he'll come as fast as he can. Is that okay?
No, you see him now. No, No, I'm kidding.
Marcel's in the city.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I guess in a meeting room or something.
Yes. A waiting room. Is that okay?
Sure.
The meeting rooms are being used
For
Mm.
meetings.
for meetings.
Yes.
The waiting room is going to be used for waiting.
She kind of looks at you quizzically and like.
Give a
just-
earnest like nod.
Okay. This way, please. And she kind of leads you to this like small, very small room with just like a couch, like 2 couches, and like some plants, like some random plants, standing plants, and like a warm like light, that lamp that kind of like illuminates the room. That's about it. This will have to do. Unfortunately, the other rooms are being used. There's no table to sign on. But I'll get you a inkwell and a quill. How's that?
Okay.
Wait, we're signing the contract without talking to the marshal?
I mean, I'll bring the contracts over, and if you think that all is agreeable, then you don't have to actually bother the marshal.
No, we will see the marshal.
Okay. Well, he's in a meeting right
Stop
now.
it. Oh my god.
He's in a meeting right now, so I'll get him as soon as he's available. But I'll bring the contracts over first, and if you do decide to sign it, then you don't have to bother him, right?
All right. Thank you.
Yes, she kind of goes out, brings back like a contract, like a sealed scroll, along with an inkwell and a quill, and just places it on one of the couches, and like awkwardly excuses herself.
Well, Cypher, you're familiar with contracts, right?
Wow, that's a low blow. Why would I be?
Why will you not be? Out of all of us, I feel like you have the most experience in contracts.
I was elected to lead, not to read. Yeah, sure, I'll give it a look through.
Weird.
Is anything look
If you
out of...
unfold the contract, the most important information would be essentially that if you are captured or if you are taken hostage or prisoner, that you are not allowed to leak any information regarding classified Everescan intelligence.
It's
And
fine.
then you will take the information that you have gleaned from the city or the army to your grave.
It's fine. I literally know next to nothing about them anyway.
Any information about the Mars Elves is privy to the city of Everesca and the Royal Military.
Sure.
And that your task is essentially to deliver the 2 ambassadorial documents that you will be given, and to secure the aid of the 2 armies by any means necessary.
What?
As royal ambassadors of Everesca.
By any means necessary, that
By
sounds
any means necessary.
very catch-all.
We'll siege the city, make them submit, and then come back as our cities.
Essentially, you're supposed to deliver documents and then get them to fall in line. Because by oath, they have to serve. You are just
Sure.
there to deliver the message. You will be provided with 5 healing potions. And
welfare.
what?
Have welfare.
Yes. Or 5 horses, along with a carriage full of rations and supplies enough to last 1 month.
Oh, said it.
No, not done. I'm not done. You will be provided with a servant or tender who will watch the horses and your carriages in the event that you do need to depart.
It's Alethea. It's
And that's it. On return, you will be provided with the reward, which is the 1,000 gold per person, as well as the mansion, and then all of those who do not have citizenship will gain citizenship.
Nice. 5 horses.
5 horses.
Are they like cool horses or are they
No,
like
they're not war horses. They're just regular riding horses.
damn dudes?
Yeah.
Do they have horse armor DLC?
No, they don't have horse armor DLC.
Okay, then
That's the contract.
the steward dude will have to, I guess, ride with one of us.
Yes, or in the carriage.
Oh, carriage. Right.
I feel like I don't know. It's like risking
guess
getting
we'll
him killed, right?
I mean, it's their choice, what?
Yeah,
So,
guess.
It's
doesn't-
also an extra mouth to feed on
He's
1
bait.
month's supply. Wow.
Are we splitting the healing potions like everyone just takes one, right? Because
You
we have
haven't
5.
been given yet. Okay, well,
But
I guess
like,
if you
but
once you
I'm
sign, you,
assuming
Yeah,
that is
yeah,
that what we're gonna do? Okay.
probably.
Okay.
Well,
do you want to negotiate the contract or are you happy just signing?
we would probably have to ask for the clothing. Right?
Yeah, or
Yeah.
at least an advance to purchase the clothing because we broke.
Okay. In that case, you wait for about 2 hours, and it is now slightly past 2 p.m. before Marshal Reese does step into the room and say, I'm sorry, have you been waiting long? The meeting took longer than I expected.
It's alright. The waiting room is comfortable for waiting.
Yes, that's what the name implies, but sure. Is the contract signed? Are we ready to pick up your provisions and gear and get on with the journey?
We were wondering actually if it could be included in the supplies, necessary equipment like the cold weather gear.
Could be arranged. I didn't think about that, but thank you for reminding me. It can be quite cold in the Grey Cloak Hills.
Much obliged. It would be. Yeah, we just
I will see what I can do. Perhaps send someone down tomorrow, and I'll perhaps have the gear ready to pick up.
that'd be.
Many. Let the receptionist take your measurements on the way out.
That'd be very much appreciated. Is there any recommendation for supply store or like an official place where the military gets their equipment where we could go? Would like to avoid patronizing the Emporium Arcana. It's a little
What are
bit steep.
you looking for exactly?
Just standard adventuring gear, military backpacks, I don't know, rope.
The Emporium Arcana actually supplies the military with a large portion of our the arcane requirements.
Well, mundane gear.
Are you looking for swords, shields in that regard? Armor?
More like I guess general adventuring
Like
gear,
utilities.
like rolls. Yeah.
Utility gear. What do you need exactly? And I'll see if I can get it to you without you having to purchase it.
Oh, that's awfully generous. Okay, do we have rope? Where's rope? We have thick rope, right? We need to put the mine.
Yep, I have lots of rope.
But 90 feet of rope, lantern, shovel, pickaxe, crowbar.
I have a lantern, I have
I-
mining gloves, 1 can of grease, 1 can of tar.
I don't have rope. Okay, I need rope.
I don't have rope also actually.
I mean, I think we need each person rope. I think that's quite good, right? Yeah.
It's part of
Yeah, you should all get rope.
what is D&D.
like each person 100 feet of rope, 50 feet of rope.
I have 80 feet.
Like 50 purposes, alright. Yeah. Do we want a rod that is exactly 11 feet long?
No. I
What is
think-
that? Immovable rod?
No, it's just out of range of most traps.
I think that's okay.
Because I know what you're gonna say, if you not say it, so I'll say.
Caltrops? Do we have caltrops?
Ooh. That would be a good idea.
How about a bag for Orcus?
A bag?
Okay.
Yeah. Bag of caltrops. How else will you store caltrops directly in your pocket?
Yeah.
Shove them in the massive space between your nuts.
At this point, Isilia, you do receive a ping in your head. A message, the voice of Lady Verona. Yin has a guest and he would like to speak to you, the 5 of you at the academy, post haste. Her name is Joxora, the assistant caretaker of the conservatory.
Oh, there's some interference
that
coming
sound,
from Verona's
Marion?
side.
It's a vacuum.
He's
vacuum.
vacuuming.
Yeah.
There's a arcade interference. With the
Arcane
message.
Dyson. It's called the Dyson effect. It's known. It's been
Dyson
researched
effect.
for. Yeah.
Okay.
Must be because of the metal.
It's the
Marion,
weave.
you need to mute. What's that?
Nah.
Okay.
Dyson weave.
Okay. Yeah, but
Um,
that happens mid while you're talking with Marsharis.
Do we have a silver string?
I have the exact same vacuum. I know which one it is. The airboard one.
No, that's actually a Dyson.
Is
No,
that actually a
Dyson
Oh,
V8.
okay.
Yeah.
Don't lie.
Yeah.
Actually an
No, it's
airboard.
actually a Dyson.
Okay. Then I don't have the exact same model.
No one
I
has.
hear that airbot is like quite good actually.
Yeah, it
Maybe
is.
think about it.
Okay, anyway.
How about OCEDA 3D mob? Have you? Okay, never mind. I'm kidding. Don't let's not talk about cleaning supplies.
You make a list, write it down, and I'll see what I can get you. Like write it down in chat, please. Thank you very much.
Silver thread.
Wow.
What?
Celia needs that. That metagaming.
Yeah, it is a little, and it's like, why the hell would you know she needs silver thread?
Why do I need silver thread?
She doesn't even know that she needs silver thread.
It's fine. Let's go to Yin.
Why? Wait, why?
No, I'm not going to help you anymore. It's not fair.
Are we making our way? I guess we're making our way.
I just want to point out that we still have no holy water or powdered silver. But I cannot afford it anymore.
It's fine. We will just be
Unholy.
yeah.
Okay, so what do you need? Nothing?
I guess the rest don't need anything.
Wait,
Rope,
why do
rope.
I need silver
You need
thread?
rope. Okay, don't do that, please. Rope.
Rope?
Yeah,
That's
rope.
it?
Yeah, just rope.
You have any bit rolls?
I don't think so. Do we need that?
I
Is it not
have a
provided?
bedroll.
Okay lah, for RP purposes, I would like to requisition the backpack because I actually have no bag.
A backpack, okay.
Just
Like
dump
an adventuring pack, like an adventuring pack.
yeah.
Just dump an
Okay.
adventuring pack. Yeah, I think that'll be fine.
Do you want to ask how much a bag of holding costs?
What's a bag of holding?
Bag that can hold a lot of shit.
I have a bag of holding.
I have a bag of holding.
We probably can't afford it. It's fine.
Alright. Just rope and adventurer's pack, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't suppose they have 2 platinum rings worth 50 gold piece each lying around. No? Okay, never mind then.
I guess not.
Is Sandy muted? Like, I cannot hear him say anything.
Sunny,
I'm not muted.
you want anything?
I do not want anything. I picked out all the stuff back at the hamlet already. Like for my spells and shit.
Wow, okay.
Okay, you sure? Ah?
Yeah,
Do we
okay,
need
okay.
Thieves'
I,
tools?
at most like it's like holy water, but like
Wait,
you guys keep saying holy water is a scam, so
it's not a scam.
let's say it's a scam.
Wait, you don't have these tools on the side, no?
Me?
No, Shin.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you need thieves tools.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
I-
grab
I-
some
I have-
thieves' tools.
I have my incense.
How much rope again?
I think
50
just
feet?
50. Yeah, 50 would be fine.
Okay, give you a rope.
Oh, I'll also tell everyone about the message that I got from Verona, obviously.
And all my level 2 spells also like don't cause any
Nothing else, that's it,
materials.
Going once. Okay, and then Culture of the Grappling Hook.
That's fine. I mean, I'll do the brazier thing here before we leave, so it's all good.
Portable brazier. Battle pass item.
There is a possibility. I would like to purchase that.
No. You write the list and you hand it to Marshall Reese, and he looks, and he kind of like looks over and says, "I can get you your rope. Not an adventurous pack, but I can get you an empty backpack.
Yeah. That's what I
Easily.
meant actually. That's like an
Yeah.
empty bag.
Empty backpack. Thief 2 should be manageable. The caltrops and the grappling hook. I'll try my best. No promises."
And holy water, please, just one.
He looks at you and is like, that is not quite under my jurisdiction, unfortunately.
Alright, sure, no problem.
But you might want to visit the temple district and try your luck there. I believe you can
Okay.
purchase holy water directly from one of the temples.
Sorry, An. The warm clothes. Is it gonna be?
Covered,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Covered. Yeah. Anything else?
You all got like water skin, water bottle, that kind of thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're going for what? Excursion?
Hey,
yes,
stay hydrated.
actually.
How is anyone going to poison me if I don't have my own water skin? See? No plot hole.
True.
Alright, let's make our way to Yin.
Pick everything up tomorrow morning. You depart. If you sign the contract, you will probably have to depart at night latest tomorrow.
Sounds good. Sounds like more than enough time.
Yeah, at night. They will open the teleportation circle for you to get to the gates, and then you can go from there.
Ow.
Nice.
Alright.
So you have about a day and a bit left in the city to do whatever you would like to do. Okay. You make your way over to the Royal Academy, where it's the same meeting room again. But this time 3 people are there: Yin, Lady Verona, and an elf who you've never met before, a moon elf. However, her features are very, how would I put it, very kind of like aged almost. You can see there are very clear wrinkles. Even though she looks young, but you can see that there are clear like wrinkles on her skin. Her hair is very different from the other elves that you've seen. The elves are very prim and proper, but her hair is kind of like in messy braids and dreadlocks. And you see that in the braids and the dreadlocks, they are kind of like different, almost like dried flowers or like ornaments that kind of like stuck in, creating this very like rugged and kind of like strange appearance, when all the elves that you have met so far have been quite, prim and proper. They don't present this kind of like outwardly messy image. She's kind of dressed in what appears to be very kind of like tattered and torn leather armor, and she has kind of like a cloak that she kind of has put over it, like a lime green cloak that's put over it, and the hood is kind of covering her face mostly.
I'm gonna look for any kind of identifying insignia, or do I recognize this style of dress or this like class of elves?
No identifying insignia or anything like that.
Planeswalker Joxora.
As you step in, you see Lady Verona turn and it's like, Joxora, these are the 5 that wanted to speak to you.
Actually, I completely forgot why we are here.
To ask
Anyone
about
remember?
Yin's how he got into actually more about the plant, I guess, and like how he got his hands.
Then Lady Verona will continue.
Yeah.
I think perhaps it'd be good if the five of you spoke to Joxora in private, and then me and Yin can continue this conversation with her later. We'll
Yeah,
be
but
back in half an hour. And then she doesn't even give you like a moment to reply before she steps out of the room, leaving you with the elf there, who's kind of like slightly turned away from you, so you can't really see her face. Just sits there quietly.
Sorry, I need to check something. So, Yin tried to commit suicide. Verona saved him, but he lost his memory, is it?
Siegfried stabilized him, and then he
But he
basically
was still
got
unconscious, is it? Or
Yeah, no, he
became-
woke up, he lost his memories, then we called the medics, like the medical people over, and they took him away. But
Yeah,
it seems
but-
like he, on preliminary, it seems like he lost his memory, but Verona said that they're trying to recover it. I don't know what that means.
So at this point,
Magical.
he's still.
A bit confused, I guess. Okay.
Okay.
But we also have suspect that like the poison is one thing, right? And then the memory is just a side effect of the, you know, when Celia,
Yep.
uh,
Lost one day also.
yeah,
right?
lost one day also. So like maybe there's a possession side effect of the possession or whatever that was.
yeah.
Okay, so the elf is seated, slightly faced away from you. You can see she is like a kind of like not speaking and just like looking aimlessly, almost at the kind of like the wall of the room.
Lady Joxora, my party and I greet you. I suppose we'll do a quick introduction.
And there's no reply.
Is everything alright?
What time is it?
What time? I mean, we'll give her the time. Are you unwell? You need Vervin here to have a look.
Fine. Yes. Yeah.
Does he have like shell shock?
You can't really see her face as she's turned away from you. What is it that you want with me? I came for Yin.
Have you seen him?
I barely had a minute to speak to him before you came in.
Well, you understand that he's been through a lot in the last few months, and it has to do with those seeds.
I haven't been around for a long time.
Well, but she does know about the seeds, right?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, okay. We. That's also why we needed to speak with you. We know how you spend your free time. Yes, well, we suspect.
What do you know about me? And then she kind of like, this is the first time you see her turn and face you, and you can see quite clearly that it's like this fresh scar that runs across her face.
Yin.
Freshly healed. What? He told you?
No, we had to conduct our own investigations because initially we did not know if we could trust
He
him.
pushes herself up from the table and just screams at you. Don't you mention anything.
It's not in our interest to. And honestly, we don't have the same perspective about the whole far traveler thing as the city. We are not of Everesca. Well, most of us aren't. And honestly, it doesn't bother me at all, or my party. And that's why we needed to talk to you, because...
Well,
So yeah?
I mean, I wouldn't say it doesn't bother us, but so basically, whatever is affecting Yin is unfortunately has affected me because I tried to communicate with him mentally, and unfortunately, I guess got the attention of whatever that was possessing him, or is like the thing that the seeds come out from, or I don't know the specifics. But yes, that's why we need your help, knowing what you are capable of doing, to potentially identify where the seeds came from, what plane, yada 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 yada. Yep.
I've been trying to help Yin, and look where that got me.
Where did it get you actually?
Yeah,
It
what
got
do you mean
me
by that?
Absolutely nowhere.
You've been trying to help him? How?
Before I left, the last thing that Yin told me was that he heard voices in his head. More specifically, there was a female voice that seemed to be calling to him from a distant place. A wood, a dark wood, water, rustling of leaves, cold, bitter. And I've been trying to find this plane.
This is the
Yeah.
plan, right? This female voice.
Whatever was on the other side of the planet.
Yeah, the other side of the plan.
Do we have any context to why Evereskins like shun planar travel?
No. No context. You haven't asked.
Again, we are not.
Does Isuya know though?
Yeah, this is.
About what specifically? The-
Why is
in
planar
the
travel?
studies of
Oh.
in the magical studies, there's just no mention of planar travel at all. It's just never brought up at all. Never touched, never studied, never mentioned. So there's no need to make reference at all when you study at the academy, because it's never covered. They
Oh.
don't even talk about it.
Pardon an outsider's questions, but as a paladin whose patron is not even from the material plane, could you help me to understand why the city frowns upon these interplanar things? Isn't it part of the reality we live in?
And I see her like looking to the left and looking to the right. And you kind of like go, like kind of leans in across the table. And said, "You be careful with what you say, because the walls have ears."
Well, I'm just struggling to understand if there's any danger that I'm not aware of.
I won't say for the fear of my life, but the city buried all record of planar travel a very long time ago.
Well, then it seems you have reached the same conclusions as we have, and we both know roughly the image of this dark wood, but have no idea how to get there, or how to sever the connection to either Yin or Celia. Although we hope that now that the plant is gone, maybe that will be the last we hear of it.
Very likely not. Do you see the scar?
It's hard not to notice.
It was from my most recent journey. An arrow which I never saw coming.
Journey where? That place?
It was an unknown plane. Not the one that Yin was describing, but different plane. And as I was about to return, as I received your message, Yin's message. I was hit by an arrow which burst into flame 50 feet away from me. After it struck me across the face, it felt like fire was burning my skin. I was able to cast the spell. My lapse in concentration, but I was able to cast the spell and escape.
Look at Oricus.
What? You don't know what plane that was, though.
Checks ahead.
Could you describe it?
Just a lot of fog. Dark. Kind of soft drizzle of the rain. Kind of flickers of ash floating through the air. Didn't seem like the plane that Yin was describing at all.
Think you've run into some of our familiar enemies.
Do you still have the arrow that struck you?
It landed 50 feet away and detonated and created a ball of fire.
Well, that sounds very familiar.
Yeah.
Did you not see who shot it? Because it was too dark, I
It
suppose.
was extremely foggy and I could barely see. When I heard the whiz and the moment I turned, the arrow struck me across my face.
I think we should tell her about, very briefly, the threat of the Mass Elves and how we suspect that they are tied to the same forces behind the plant. Like, do a very brief expedition down.
Also, how did you end up there if you did not know where you were traveling to? Sorry, I don't really know Interplane also.
There is a process by which you can jump from a plane to plane, like random plane to plane. It is possible. It's not possible. Imagine that planes as almost like different points in reality, and you can go from one point to another without a map, essentially. But knowing where you want to go is like having a compass. But the way I am approaching it is I'm just jumping from plane to plane, hoping to find the one that Yin has described.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Sounds incredibly dangerous. What were you intending to do when you do arrive at this dark wood?
Ishishana shrugs. I don't know. But to see my good friend lose his mind was more than I could bear.
It's kind of a weird story. Like why? It's so weird.
Why?
So she randomly jumping through planes, trying to find the dark wood. After being struck by the arrow or before? This after, right?
No, this is the arrow's like very recent. It's like just happened.
It just happened.
Trying to look for the dark wood man.
How do we get to this plane?
Oh, she knew she would have gone already, right?
Yeah, so we can assume
No,
that.
I mean, get to the unknown plane that
Do you
she
want
was
to
in.
go back to the plane where I was in?
We might.
You kind of looks at you with this like very hesitant face and says, she kind of like shakes her head and says like, I can, in my good conscience, I cannot allow you to go.
I pull out the arrow, the flaming arrow that we
Which looks like a
collected.
normal arrow.
Yeah. Oh, it's not normal, right? It's like dull. Obviously not a normal arrow. It's
I
just
mean-
like a dull, boring arrow, right?
Yeah, it's a dull, boring arrow.
So I pull it out. This arrow was shot at us while we were traveling through the valley. Same thing as you described. Big ball of fire. I want to know where this came from. I want to know who shot at us. I believe it's related to everything that's going on here.
Look, if the same person is shooting at who shot this arrow is the same person that shot at me, that person is trying to close off loose ends or loose threads.
Sounds like a very, very valid conclusion.
That
The
person
more we should pull on
barely-
them.
Barely missed.
I mean, this happened to us as well, right?
Yep.
Arrow barely missing Orcus.
No. Out of character, they weren't aiming at us, they were aiming at the tree.
Yeah, the tree.
Who else has been involved in this? Who has crossed the Must Elves and lived to tell? Other than you and us.
Whoever these people are, I don't intend to cross them anymore. After what has happened, I'm content to. And now that knowing that Yin is free of whatever ailment that has befallen him, I am content to just live out my life quietly.
For
What do
how
you mean
long?
free of ailment?
It's in like no longer
Plant.
under the control of the plant.
Really?
How do you
Is
know
that
that
being
for sure?
confirmed?
That's
Yeah.
a reasonable assumption, it's not confirmed, right?
Not confirmed. Not confirmed.
Okay, but clearly the masked elves still hold influence in this plane. Are you going to do nothing about it?
What you have me do?
Like I said, we are not asking you to fight them outright. Just tell us, how can we get to this plane that you are at?
It's not possible for you to plane jump like me. But there is a way for you to cross to another plane. There are points in the world where the forces between the planes are weak and portals are able to be opened up. The High Forest is one. Portals to the Feywild open very frequently there. With the right permutations and the right adjustments, it is possible to, well, tamper with some of these portals and adjust it to a plane of your choosing. But it require material components which I'm afraid are hard to come by.
Dust
Material
crystals,
components?
by any
like-
chance?
Sorry? Sifrit first?
Dust crystals, by any chance?
No. Even rarer than dust crystals, I'm afraid.
Yeah, what components?
Well, first, do you even know where you would like to go? Knowing is the first step. Visualizing the plane, knowing what is there Emptying your mind and focusing on single location of that plane is important. If you are unable to do that, you will not be able to open up the portal. You might be killed in the process.
How did you travel to this unknown plane then?
Like I said, plane jumping is different from opening a portal to a specific location. When you plane jump, you don't control where the magic takes you.
What makes you so sure that Yin is released from this, like,
I
I don't
don't know. Lady Verona told me that he seems to be fine. I'm taking her word for it.
I mean, from what we understand, the plant is like a conduit. It's not like it's the thing, you know what I mean?
And I would love to help the five of you, which is why I'm seated here, speaking to the five of you. But what you're asking of is extremely dangerous. I can tell you what the material components are, and you could walk up to the High Forest, but you would probably be slaughtered as you step in.
Besides the High
Slaughtered
Forest,
by like the things from the plane that we're trying to get to, or like
Slaughtered by the masked elves is their bastion.
besides the
Ah.
High Forest, are there any other points in the world that allows us to
There's-
open a portal?
There is a. Well, I mean, this is not confirmed, and I have not seen it with my own eyes. But there's supposedly a portal to a demi-plane of dread in the Grey Cloak Hills. Which could be
Cypher,
tuned.
know anything about that?
No.
What the demi-plane dread is?
Demi-plane of dread, make me a history check.
Oh, good roll. Come on, I want to make this roll.
Here we go.
Roll of the day.
History, history. Ayo.
No.
You know shit.
No. Like,
So the portal in the Grey Cloak Hills, it's tied to this demi-plane of dread and nowhere else.
the rumors are that the Wardens of Greyholm have kept the portal sealed, and for good reason. The magical wards prevent anything from entering or exiting the portal. But if tuned, it is technically possible to reroute the portal to a location of your choosing for. She kind of like thinks for a while, maybe 2 to 3 hours.
And how do you tune it? Is it something that we'll be capable of doing?
You will need a proficient team, probably a pair, not a team, a pair of arcane casters to hold the portal, and the material components, like I mentioned.
Which are?
The first thing you will need is powdered diamond, and a large amount of it. The second and the more problematic component to obtain would be a focusing iris. A focusing iris which not many people can create. A skilled transmutation master. And then there's also like other stuff which is not so consequential, but the most important thing is the powdered diamond and the focusing iris. I can list down everything if you want.
Well, I think the arc is
But
like
we
why,
don't.
why are we interested in? I mean, it's good to know, but I don't think we'll be marching into the,
Yeah.
you know, the base camp of the Master Elves anytime soon. I think we need to focus on getting rid of their influence on the material plane and their agent on the material plane before we can. I mean, something like that would require not just a party, but an entire army.
I agree. I'm just collecting information.
We failed the first step, which is the arcane mages.
Maybe Kasklav could learn.
I don't know about that.
Alright, what do, guys?
So we can't. We can't. I mean, it's good to know that we could. The Grey Cloak Hills has a planar portal, right? But we can't use that. We have no intention of going into the other planes anyways. Just collecting info.
So I think the overarching plan right now is first we secure the defense, right? We make sure that the city is going to be well guarded by getting its allies. Then we go on the offense after that. Hopefully, with a bit more influence, we can start investigating the Leadens. And something tells me that, like, before even we get to the Leaden family, while we are securing allies, we are about to run into a lot of the other pieces of the chess team.
Actually, I wanted to ask Joxora what she knows about the Leodons or not,
Probably don't want to do it right here, as she mentioned.
because the walls have ears.
Yeah,
Okay,
and we already know
Maybe-
that, like,
maybe Isilia can message her.
yeah, we know that even Marshall Reese is very like,
muted.
Oh, I said it's serious a phobia of message at the moment.
yeah, but we know that like Marshall Reese was also hesitant to like openly go against. Not even only hesitant, he just says like not possible to like openly go on them unless you have like very solid evidence. And since we all agreed that we're not going to investigate them yet, we can try to see if we know anything about like the bishop or other stuff. But like we already know that whoever's behind this plant and the Leadens, we already know that they are linked to the 8, right? Which is the same as the Mass Elves. So the way I see it, like, by helping the city, we are also pursuing our personal vendetta, and our like get to. They're the same forces, right? Any kind of action against them is the same. We're both striking out at them. So what do we really want from Joxora? We actually needed her to help with Yin, but we kind of like solved itself, right? Now we've got information about planeswalking from her, but we're not really ready to just hop in a portal and fight everyone on the other side. Is there anything that y'all like need from her? Or?
Not me.
Well, I'm just more concerned about whether or not in fact the influence is actually gone, because I mean, like I mentioned, I also heard the voice that Yin did, so I'm hoping what Lady Verona says is true.
I think it is, because remember that Yin was okay until he, like, the effect was intensified the closer in proximity we got to the plant, right? And
So-
we know that when we were all right next to the plant in the room, even if we were not affected by telepathic communication, we all heard the voice as well. And then after the plant withered away, the physical anchor to this communication device, if you will, after it was physically no longer in this plane, then the influence of whoever's on the other side also waned, so much so that Yin is, yes, he's almost killed off, but that was the effect of the poison. Yes, he's lost his memory, but that's kind of like what we expected already, because the influence was acting in that period of months. But like right now, he seems to be completely fine, physically fine, and he's not like doesn't have the visions or the voices. And we also know that whatever is on the other side, the 8 or what, they don't have, like they wouldn't need to act through the masked elves if they could actually like, you know, freely come down the material plane, right? And we know that the masked elves in the cave were trying to make a teleportation circle, desperately trying to figure a way to get out. What if they weren't trying to teleport to the same, like just another place, which you could easily do by, you know, they were willing to fight a Noggle, right? You could have easily just fought your way out of the grove, or like get some beast of burden or riding mounts, or even raided the hamlet for some kind of transport. But they were trying to do it magically, so maybe they were not trying to go to another place, but actually another plane.
Or maybe they're trying to bring somebody here.
Possible, but you
Mhm,
know,
yeah.
it seemed like they were hungry at that point and like eating rats and things like that.
So I got one question for Joxora.
Mm.
So you started traveling these different planes to try and help Yin.
Initially, when me and Yin first, well, you could say, signed on to be caretakers of the conservatory, we were both elected by the board. It was a relatively, we could say, simple and fuss-free working relationship, and there wasn't much, you could say, illegal activity. It was not until Yin roped me in and convinced me that there was nothing interesting left to study of this plane. We had already done or covered every inch of botany that there was on this realm. It was only then when we decided that it would be more efficient if I brought back samples from other realms to study. That was when I started to planeswalk.
Yin couldn't do this himself.
It was always a partnership where I would bring back the samples and he would conduct the studies.
So
But
the plants
I
in the greenhouse, are they all extraplanar?
Yes. A lot of them are extremely rare, and if you were to damage them, I'm sure he'll be very upset, but a lot of them are priceless. If you brought them to any botanist in any other city, you could probably get a fortune for them. Anything else?
Nope. I think I'm good.
Okay.
John muted again. I don't know, cause I cannot see your camera also.
Oh. Oh damn, still can't.
You can't.
Thanks lah.
It's okay. If not, at some point, Lady Verona and Yin will come back in, and Lady Verona will say, "I hope whatever conversation that you had was meaningful enough. Is there anything else you need from us today at the Royal Academy?"
How's Yin doing?
Oh, you can ask him yourself. He's right here.
Oh. Does he look?
Does he recognize us? Does he still
I mean,
not recognize us?
he recognizes you as in like he saw you like a day before. Like, it doesn't look like he knows you, like, had been seen you for a while. You know what I mean? Yeah, still almost like kind of like a bit of like a stranger kind of like feels.
And has he been able to sleep so far?
We've been observing his sleeping patterns, and the previous night managed to sleep quite well actually, without any of the recurring nightmares that he has told us about, which is good. However, we will need to further observe to see whether this trend continues. I'm more interested in the news that I received. Apparently, we're going to be talking about it in the council meeting later. 5 of you are headed out as royal ambassadors. Signed the contract already.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
Interesting.
I
And-
mean, well, this was kind of discussed when we first arrived back into the city, really. So it's been a while, but we just kind of made the decision.
Right. And you'll be gone for a long time.
Presumably, I don't know. We've all never traveled to those areas, so it's anyone's guess, really.
Well, if you need anything, before you leave, you let me know and I'll see what I can do to help.
Do you need anything?
I was afraid that you would never ask, actually. So, thing is, and she kind of like, kind of like the voice gets a little bit lower and a bit more hush hush. Says the thing is, there's a very rare crystal in the Grey Cloak Hills, and the Academy would greatly appreciate it if you could perhaps procure perhaps a sample or two. A sizable sample, of course.
What, dust crystals again?
What
yes.
out of character, but it's very coincidental with the information that Jixora gave us.
Jaxora?
When did
Joxora
you-
didn't, yeah, she didn't give us any information on dust crystals.
No, not dust crystals, but the Grey Cloak Hills.
Well, I guess it makes sense. I mean, if we are full on metagaming at this point, like the Grey Cloak Hills is misty and it has a portal to the domain of dread. That's not a stretch.
Yeah, okay, anyway.
What does
Dust
it
crystals?
do?
Wait, so Verona is talking about dust crystals, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does it do? What does it look like? You know, anything descriptive?
Let's just say, one of the reasons why the Tomb Guard are able to sustain themselves or are self-sustaining population with no need for support from the main capital is primarily from dust crystal trade.
Dust crystal, what trade?
Yeah,
Because it's very valuable.
it is extremely valuable.
And what kind of I would imagine anything that valuable has to be a component of the arcane of some kind.
The problem is there isn't enough of it in circulation for us to decipher what it does or how how it functions. We
So-
haven't gotten many large samples of dust crystals. The amount that they export, the dust crystals that they do export, are the size of small pebbles.
Right, so it's
Not
just
large enough for us to do proper studies.
Hold on,
So-
hold on. So if nobody knows what it does, why is it so high in demand?
Elon Musk tweeted about it.
Let me just explain to you what these crystals are capable of doing. Imagine a land or a region so desolate that no sun gets through. There is no sunlight at all, and yet this region has crops that flourish all year round without the need of mythal because of these crystals. It is truly spectacular when tapped on properly. Imagine what possibilities these crystals could bring. And I'm sure the tribal nature of the Tomb Guard, they haven't even begun to unravel the potential of these crystals. They just use it for farming.
Who? Okay, you mentioned dust crystal trade. So who trades in it?
The Tomb Guard have traders who bring the crystals out to various cities. Arno Rock is one. Everesca is another. We do purchase, the Royal Academy does purchase dust crystals, but the crystals are so small that we can only use them as spell foci.
And can you describe how it looks?
It's a small pink, light pink crystalline kind of rock. It emits a very soft glow, and when you touch it, it feels almost warm to the skin. And if you hold it, if you apply significant force on it, it feels like it's heating up in your hand.
Significant force is in what? Squeezing it hard?
Squeeze, yes.
And there's no way of asking the Tomb Guard just to provide more of it in like
We
larger
have tried.
quantities?
We have tried, and the reply we always get is, there are no large crystals in our mines. I don't believe that for a minute.
How large are you looking for again? Like,
Perhaps the size
Fist
of
size?
a fist, yes.
interesting. Again, we get this again.
Again, what do you mean?
Hmm.
Must be really in demand.
Yeah.
Let's just say that any excuse to go to the Grey Cloak Hills will always present itself with the excuse to get around to the mines. Not everybody gets an opportunity to get past the Ward Miss.
We'll see what we can do, I guess.
You should be you should consider yourselves very privileged to be able to visit the hills. Not even I am allowed to visit the hills.
We know that there's those that the Evereskin did, right, or something.
Yes.
Huh.
What if the crystals are like imbued with dead people juju? You know?
It's doing quite a lot of damage to them.
I mean,
Where did that come from?
Because that's what, as in they're guarding them, right? That's like sort of their purpose at the Grey Cloak Hills. So, mines underground, assume that they're buried.
Okay, maybe. But anyway, noted. We will keep an eye out for said crystals.
She nods politely and says, I will offer you payment in advance, but I haven't gotten a single crystal before in my life, and I don't want to be paying for something which I'm not gonna get.
Okay.
Yeah, don't suppose it's something we'll just be picking up and happily walking away with, so yeah, no advance is fine.
She nods and says, well, like I said, if there's anything you need before you leave tomorrow, you can let me know and I'll see if it is within my means.
Thank you.
Do we need anything like more potions?
We have 5 already, right? As a
Spell
package.
shit.
Starting package.
We have total of 9 now.
Spell shit. Let me think.
It's all you.
And braces of defense. I also want that juicy 18 AC.
More AC than me.
More AC than me.
Yeah, but you're not even wearing armor. What's the point of all this heavy shit?
You use a shield and then you get armor already.
Okay, what do guys? You have the rest of the day and then the rest of tomorrow as well. So it's about 2 PM now.
Anything else for us to do?
Think about it, like if you're gonna leave the city for 2 months, what will you do?
I will need to talk to my fam.
Okay.
I also want to talk to my brother.
Okay.
That's like my
We can run that later. Anybody else want to do anything also?
I'm gonna visit the temple.
Okay, we'll run that. Anyone else?
I don't think so. I don't know much about the city after all.
Okay. So let's just content with chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll say goodbye to Soliana before we leave, as well as Elite.
Okay. We'll run Vervin first. Hey Vervin. Is your
Do I know
approach
what kind
attack-
of religion is accepted in? I mean, in Nebraska, is it every religion is fine?
prevalent is Corellon, or the temple of Corellon, the main god of the elves. And then there is also the Church of Saloon, which is lesser, if you will, but it's very popular also.
Okay.
Yeah. There's 2 main. So there's the Temple of Corellon and the Church of Saloon. Which
Okay.
one would you like to visit?
Then visit the elf god.
Alright. So you approach and the giant temple is flanked by 2 large spires which kind of catch the sunlight and illuminate the grounds. There's a wall of beautiful marble that surrounds the entire temple. And it's fronted by a gate which is made of pure gold. There are 2 sun elves dressed in gossamer robes and wearing bright silver circlets on their heads at the entrance of the temple, and there's a short queue of elves waiting to enter.
Okay.
As they pass, the priests offer them a blessing, and you can see that the visitors kind of like deposit like a small donation, like maybe like a 1 or 2 silver into like a thief box. And beyond the entrance, you can see like there are 6 polished marble statues of what appears to be Corellon.
Sure, I'll stand in the queue as well. We can
Alright.
get in.
Stand the
So-
queue.
Do I get any weird stares for not being an elf?
not really at the back of the queue.
All right.
But as you get to the front, you can see the priests say with a slight disdain in their voice, excuse me, sir, the temple's for elves only.
Oh, I see. I didn't know. I was just about to leave the city, and I'm a cleric as well, and I wanted to know if there was a place I could get holy water in the city.
He kind of like looks at you, kind of rolls his eyes and looks at you. Perhaps you could try the Church of Saloon. It's more suited to it's the word I'm looking for here.
Your kind.
Outsiders.
Yes,
Outsiders.
outsiders. Yeah, okay. Understandable. You know, Vervin has faced a lot of discrimination. This is not anything new. Understandable. And I'll leave the do I even get a chance to pay the donation?
No.
Alright, I'll fuck off.
You can see the people like shift the box away from you as you approach.
Okay, I'll fuck off then. I'll fuck off to the saloon. Get a
Church of
haircut,
Saloon looks like
yes.
this.
Fucking racist elves.
Okay, the Church of Saloon is smaller than the Temple Corallon, but it's by no means any less impressive. There's this beautiful pedestal which you can see in the picture that stands before the church, and there's a suspended illusion of a moon that hangs in it, and it rotates very slowly on its own axis. And then from the inside you can see like the warm glow of torchlight kind of illuminating the beautiful stained glass windows which adorn the exterior of the building.
Very nice.
As you approach, a female elf wearing white robes adorned with silver lace and decorated with moonstones, and a circle of woven flowers around the head. She has no shoes. She greets you. She says, "May Saloon guide your steps in the night and bring them to a new dawn." And she kind of like gestures inward.
Oh,
Church.
appreciate it. Sorry to disturb. Is there anyone inside that I can talk to pick up some holy water? I'm leaving the city.
I could help you with that, yes. How many bottles of holy water do you need?
What's the minimum I can get? It's just one fine.
She kind of looks at you strangely and says, "We
Well,
have enough stock. How much are you looking for exactly?
I'm looking for maybe 3.
3 flasks?
Yes, 3 flasks of holy water.
How many vials are in a flask?
Let me check.
How many drops are there in a vial?
Yeah, like
Depends on
a
the
lot of the
size of your
spells. A
drops.
lot of the spells are just like vial of
4.
holy water.
4.
4? Okay, then I'll pick up 2.
4 vials in a flask.
Okay, 2 flask actually. How much would it cost
50 gold.
per flask?
No, for both.
For both. Okay. Vervin thinks about it and remembers that he doesn't know shit about money and goes like, okay.
But
Sure.
you must know
Wait,
how
you-
much holy water costs as a
Oh.
cleric, no?
You also don't know?
Dude, okay, you guys are adventurers, right? You know how much a healing potion costs? No, right?
50 gold.
Technically we would, yeah.
We would have, like normal adventurers would. You're talking
But we're not normal.
to
I-
a guy who's been dead for a century, a kid who's 14 years old, some monk who lives in a forest, and a
Exactly.
sheltered lady.
Just make me an intelligence check, Bourbon.
They're
Back in
not
the day, it
adventurers.
was 5 gold, but inflation, you know.
If only you bought a lot
my
of it
God.
last time. You'd be rich now.
25 gold for holy water is a fair price, actually.
Alright, great.
It is not even the
Cost.
the priest is not even like trying to upsell you or anything like that. It is
Yeah.
a very fair price for
Selling at cost.
Somehow
Selling
Verv
it.
knows that. Alright, sure, yeah. I'll go for it. 2 flasks. Thank you very much. Can I step inside? Is it fine
yes,
if I
of
step
course,
inside?
Of course.
Any elves near? Okay. This is a dumb fucking question. I'm going to step in. Sorry I asked that.
But you kind of take one step in and it's just like, could you
Take off
perhaps
my
agree-
shoes?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Take off my shoes. Yes.
Do you want to wear kind of like gestures up to the armor? Would you like to perhaps change out? We have to like simpler robes before you step in.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
she kind of like looks up and down, and kind of like steps away for a minute, comes back with like a set of robes for you to change into.
All right, nice. Is there some place I can use, like
And she brings
nearby?
you to a changing room.
All right, sure. I'll change into some robes and enter. I'm very curious.
Okay. Step into it. This is like central area where you see that there are a lot of elves, mostly moon elves. Actually,
Mostly moon elves.
actually only one sun elf there. They're kind of
Okay.
like seated quietly, and all of them are like kind of like in quiet prayer. And there's this beautiful statue of Saloon in the center, and you can see like there's almost like this opening at the top of the church, which obviously is to kind of redirect the moonlight. And the kind of the priest explains that when night falls and the moon hangs in the sky, the moonlight kind of casts on the statue, and it's beautiful. You should come back in the night sometime and and see it. It's when the church is the most busiest as well.
Sure. I'll take a seat on like the back bleacher and just like idle there and just stare at the
It's a
all
very
the people
calm
praying.
and kind of like peaceful moment, as like all you take in is like the kind of sweet smell of like a very like floral incense that's kind of like being burnt at like different points in the church. And then there's this like almost like quiet humming or quiet muttering of people kind of like praying. And then as like you sit there, you do see like some people kind of get up and leave, but then more come in and then take their place. It's just very quiet and serene as you sit there and you soak in the atmosphere.
Wow, this is very nice. So moon elves are my homies. All right, I'll chill here for maybe a few hours. I'll just chill there.
Few hours, damn.
Few hours, like two lah. Okay, two lah, bro.
Pious.
Just
2 hours.
relaxing, just chilling.
Okay, 2 hours. Cool.
Ye-
Isilia?
I will also ask Isilia to spare me some parchment, like the cheapest, shittiest ones will do.
Sure.
If you have it on you, or you need to like go to the bookworm. Or...
Yeah, it's on her.
Oh, great. Just like a page will do.
Sure.
And I will write out the tenets of the ancients on my own time.
Okay. Isilia, you return home?
Yes.
Your parents will welcome you. Your oldest brother is home. The one who, yeah. And the rest are not home currently. They're still out. But your parents are home. Parents meaning your mom. Your dad is at
my
work.
dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see you slashing the behind me.
Right. So your mom does say, welcome home. It's like, are we staying for dinner?
Hi, mom. Yes, I would love that.
Okay. I'll prepare extra. Your brother's in his room if you want, and dad will be home in a couple of hours once he closes up.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
I'll go hang out with my bro while I'm not on the door,
Okay. You.
and I'll message him and say it's me.
It's me, I'm Mario.
She's like, yes, I know it's you.
Hmm.
You're standing right there.
Yeah. Sorry. Habit. You mentioned when I first got back actually that you'll like to have a conversation.
He kind of like looks at you with like almost like a blank expression. Did I?
Mm-hmm. About what? I mean, I wouldn't say I experienced what you experienced, but I sort of understand.
Wait, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
And what are you talking about?
You know when you went out
Went out
and
for breakfast today?
no, not today. Like when was it? How many like months ago? Like I will say however long it was ago.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, then you came back and now you kind of don't do arcane
I-
shit anymore.
Wait, I never left. What are you talking about?
Oof.
Be right back. Go to my mom.
Yes, honey? Yeah? You kind of rush out the room. She's kind of cooking in the kitchen.
Hi, do you remember like a couple months ago? I know we don't really talk about it, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
No?
So, brother going out, coming back, being unceremoniously dumped at our door doesn't ring a bell.
When you were talking about your brother never left.
Oh. Okay. And it's not weird that he doesn't do magic?
I mean, well, we just thought it was like he's having a little bit of like a bad spot right now. The academy wrote a letter and explained that well, he will be filling in administrative duties until he does, you know, get back to his usual self.
Great, can I have that letter?
Sure. And then he kind of like ruffles through like the drawer and pulls out a letter for you.
When did we get this letter?
Ashes one.
Was a couple of days ago.
I would explicitly say the date where we first met Lady Verona and I asked her about my brother.
Uh-huh.
That the same date.
It's not the same day. It's
Why
after.
Okay, well, which is after? The letter is after?
That's after.
Like a day after?
Like, a
Like
day
how
after.
soon after?
Like a
Okay.
day after.
Okay, great. Great. Yeah, I hate her. She can fuck off with a dust crystal, okay? Like, we're taking that shit. Okay. This is Marian talking, not Asoya Sears. Very calm, peaceful persons.
Strange. Must have been the wind.
Oh my god. Okay. Great, amazing, fantastic. I'm still gonna spend time with my brother. But while I'm in his room, I'm trying to look for anything that seems like off. Like,
What?
you know, I'm not in an obvious, you know, I'm just keeping an eye out.
You mean me investigation check? No.
Why am I rolling so shit? When I'm with him, actually, I'll ask him, hey, you know, what's your opinion of Lady Verona?
I mean, when she's having lectures, she's quite fierce. Yeah. I mean, I didn't really interact much with her, so.
How about, Yin?
I haven't really
Master.
Ashes one.
spoken to him
Ashes.
much. It's not really my, you know, area of specialization.
Yeah, I know, I understand. Okay, can we talk about Master Creddy? Because it's insane.
Uh-huh.
No opinion. He's not been insane to you.
He's been pretty insane, yes.
What is like the
I mean,
most insane thing?
that's just his personality, right? I mean, he's just that. He's just like that.
I know, it's his quirk.
Yeah.
So, why are you not like actively practicing anymore?
Oh, well, I don't know. It's like, it's been like that for a bit, and I haven't found it easy to cast for some reasons. Almost like my it's been hard to kind of like tap on the mythal, and I find it very difficult to kind of like weave the arcane. And I mean, the academy thought that it would be better if I kind of took a back seat and did some administrative work while they work on figuring out why the kind of like connection is not particularly strong anymore. They assured me that I'll be back to my usual in maybe like a month or so.
And how long ago did you have this conversation, and who with?
It was just like I got the letter and I went to meet the entire panel at the academy. So all of the main people were there, and then she kind of like lists out all the instructors plus Lady Verona and the vice headmaster, Yin not included.
And who is like working on this like issue with you? You mentioned like they're investigating or whatever, like trying to help you figure out. So who is there a specific person that I guess in order to figure out what happens to you, I'm sure you need to like be observed or experiment. I don't know. You know what I mean?
I mean, they didn't particularly mention anyone who's like a particular person who's helping me. It felt more like a collective effort.
It's very strange.
What's so strange?
Honestly, I don't know whether this is a blessing or that you don't remember, but are you happy?
I mean, yeah. I mean, the work's boring sometimes. It's just, administrative paperwork. Forms, filling out forms, doing inventory work, accounts. But I mean, other than that, it's been okay. I get to spend more time at home.
What about if you just message me? Like something small, Doesn't have to be.
I was told not to use the magic. Yeah.
Just try. It's me.
I was told not to use it.
Yes.
What you say?
That's just just break a rule this once. It's a message. It's not like it's anything detrimental. I mean, if they say don't throw a fireball, yeah, sure. I completely understand. Makes sense. This is quite literally just talking to me in my head. Like it doesn't harm anyone.
Maybe a persuasion check. I mean, okay, can we just close the door?
Yeah, of course. Okay. Close door. I'll close like any blinds, any shades. I was like, don't worry. It's just between me and you.
Okay. And she kind of like he does the typical, the casting. You see the typical like somatic gesturing for message, which looks very precise and correct. And then all you get is like a loud, like almost static sound in your head, like loud but like a very sharp static sound in your head. It just like pierces through your mind. So do you get it? I said hello.
Ooh. How do you feel when you cast the spell?
Felt okay. Felt normal.
Interesting. How about prestidigitation? Like I'm a bit dirty at the moment.
Are you sure we should like a specific?
But you see, you felt good. It didn't feel like anything bad happened to you or anything, like no bad juju, like just.
Well, what did you get the message?
Got something.
Let me deception check.
It's not wrong. I did get something.
Okay, fine. You sure though?
Yeah. Okay, because this it's hard for you to see as well, right? Because
Yeah,
it's obviously in my head. So prestidigitation would be like obvious, right? Okay, so let me just like spit
What should we
on
do?
like my sleeve, and then you just clean that up.
What should we do though?
What do you mean?
What should we do? Like clean up something?
Yeah. So I'm just going to like like make my sleeve dirty or something. Then he can like clean that up.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Kinda like
just
that's
here.
the incantation for prestidigitation and the somatic and verbal component very quickly. And you see this like almost like you spit on your sleeve, is it?
Yeah, essentially. Yeah.
Okay.
Just like a
the
wet
spit
patch there.
turns dark, black, and expands slightly. He kind of like recoils in fear when he sees that happen. This is not supposed to happen. That's not supposed to happen.
That's a bit weird. Maybe they are working on it.
Um,
How do you feel though? Like weird inside, or it's just? But I mean, you did everything right from what I could see.
it's, I shouldn't have done that.
Fine. It's fine. I'll give him a hug.
Yeah.
Prestidigitation it.
You prestidigitation.
Out of the room, like not when he's seeing.
Yeah, it goes
Like
away.
when it goes away. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Mom.
Yeah.
I'll be back. I'm just stepping out again, but I'll be back for dinner.
Of course. You gonna tell your parents you're leaving?
I mean, when we have dinner,
Okay.
because my dad's
Okay, look.
not around.
See you at dinner then.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, we're gonna jump around. Who wants to go next, or does anyone want to do anything?
What can we do?
I mean, I'm sure Isiria wants to do some shit. That's why she's stepping out.
I'm gonna go to the Unicorn and Crescent.
Okay.
gonna
Where
find
Psychic, Castcloth, and Oracles are.
Great.
I'm
Really?
there as well.
Yeah, Psychic,
I'll just
Castcloth,
follow.
I mean, I'll walk in and you will notice that I'm obviously not. I'm very concerned about something. Like I look a bit frustrated, and I'll go straight to Soliana
Mm-hmm.
if I do see her,
Mm-hmm.
if she's around.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, because I know she knows,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm going to pull her aside and be like,
Mhm.
I really need to talk to you.
Yeah. I'm busy. Like she kind of points at the customers.
Please, this is
Okay. She kind of like gestures to one of the waitresses. In cover, just 1 second. And she brings you to the back room.
so you know what happened to my brother, right?
She looks at you with a confused expression.
What? Did you receive a letter?
What letter?
I don't know. Something. Why? Okay, but why would we receive a letter? That doesn't make any sense. How do you not remember what happened to my brother?
Wait, what happened to your brother?
Brought one.
As in, she knows what happened to my brother
I brought one on the right.
Uh-huh.
because she's a close family friend. I
Uh-huh,
assume that she knows.
uh-huh,
So
uh-huh,
now I'm
uh-huh.
asking her if, like, you know, right?
No.
Like, we don't talk about it very much, but you know what happened.
No.
So, like, at all? Like, we have definitely talked about this.
Look, your brother. What? If your
My
brother
oldest
nev-
brother.
Your brother never left the city.
Okay. This is not good. Never mind. Oh, this makes me so mad. It's fine. Sorry, I disturbed you from your customers. I'm gonna walk away in a huff and I'll walk towards my party.
Okay. You see Isuya walk over looking very visibly distressed. The three of
Family
you.
not happy about your leaving.
Nope, I haven't even talked to them about that.
Then what's up with your face?
Oh, we have dinner at my parents' place, by the way.
Oh,
We?
all of us.
Yes, your mother did say
Yeah.
you could invite your friends if you want. Yeah.
Oh.
Sure. So, what's with the face?
Hey, remember? Okay, you guys have to remember this conversation. Remember when we first met Lady Verona, and then I specifically asked her about my brother? You remember this, right?
Yes.
What? Your brother never left.
What are you talking about? What did you ask?
So essentially, however long ago, couple months, I don't know, I don't even know, a year, whenever lah, whatever, DM can set the time frame. My brother essentially went out with the army or the military to the Dead Mire. If you remember, that is where we ended up, and I was very not okay about the area, and I wanted to get out. That is 100% because of what happened to my brother.
Where was this again?
But when this isn't what happened to my brother.
No, let's see. Where was this area again?
The Dead Mire,
Dead Mire,
where the
Mire.
army was routed.
Slaughtered, basically. Well, yeah, right. Essentially.
I only remember the hack took the memory from you, then you got it back.
No,
Yeah.
no, this is later before we
Oh.
went to
Yeah.
So there's something off about that place from a arcane perspective, and I think we all could sort of feel that.
Yeah, but
And when my
don't.
brother came back, he essentially he just got dumped at our house. He looked sort of beat up. He was in actually quite a bad shape. And then from then on, he never did any magic ever, which is weird because he's literally a wizard. That's all he does. That's all I've known him doing. And after he came back from this mission or whatever it was, he
Is your
never did
brother
it again.
Harry?
What?
Is your brother's name Harry?
No. Shut up. So obviously it was weird and it was a cause of concern, and but no one ever asked, and I was very new to the school and the academy, and I didn't want to rock any boats and kind of do my own investigation or whatever. So we never really talked about it as a family, but we all just kind of gave him a wide berth, and because obviously it's a sore spot. It was a sore spot for him, and he didn't want to talk about it at all. He was traumatized. That happened, and which is why after we did what we did and we came back and I guess so-called gained favor a little, from the military or whatever, I thought to ask if they had any information on what happened to my brother. And Rice said he didn't, because he said whatever, if an arcane user were to be sent out, it would be managed by the academy. Which is why I then asked Lady Verona, and then she was like, it's classified, blah, blah, blah. Remember, right? She just didn't want to tell me, basically. So she was very shifty about it.
Okay.
Okay, backtrack. When I first came back from our mission thingy, and I spent, my first night back with my family and had dinner and all that, I talked to my brother, and I told him I kind of understand how he feels, because we actually were at the Dead Mire, and I got that really icky feeling, and I thought finally I'm able to sort of empathize with what he potentially could be going through, just so that he wouldn't feel alone or frustrated like he has been for so long. And he said that he would, I should have had this conversation earlier with him. He said that he has something to tell me, or like we should talk about this in private or something like that. And then I never got around to doing that because we were doing all this other shit with like Yin and then all that crap that started happening. And now when I went back today to specifically talk to him about this, because there's no one else at home, it's just, you know, him and my mom, and I thought it would be a perfect time to have the conversation that he wanted to have. He does not remember anything. It's like his entire memory got wiped, including my mom. Like, my mom does not remember him leaving the family for like 4 months and going out to do this mission, and then like her own son came back looking beat up to shit and then not using his magic. Like, she does not remember any of it.
What about your father?
I haven't talked to him about it, but I suspect that it's the same. And Soliana, she knows. She's like a close family friend. She knew what happened. I talked to her about this so much, and she does not remember that he left either.
Why?
So it's like someone wiped out.
Why do you remember then?
I don't know.
We remember then.
I don't know.
I don't. I feel like it's unlikely to be.
And
Yes.
and sorry, one more detail. So when I asked my mom, then why isn't he doing any magic? Because quite literally, the reason why he stopped was because of this incident. So what is the explanation in her head now that he does not do it anymore? And she was saying like, oh, you know, it seems like he's hit a bad spot, you know, it's not able to like connect with the mythos. So the academy said like, oh, you know, let's just put him on like administrative leave, whatever, while they figure it out. And she got the letter. I asked for the letter, I have it, and I'll take it out. I said, this literally came to my family a day after I asked Lady Verona about my brother.
I'm not sure if such a move is necessarily because you asked Verona about that.
Well, it's very sus.
I think
that's
it's
what I'm
more because he had resolved to talk about it. Perhaps there was some kind of dormant magic designed to trigger when an individual, you know, like some kind of magical trap, or to protect the confidentiality of ex-agents. Does it like happen automatically once he resolves to talk about it?
What do you mean?
Maybe when they dumped him on the doorstep, it was already warded.
No, but he remember. As in when I came back, which is very recently.
Yes,
You know, when
so
I
he
came back.
resolved to talk to you about it, which is why that whatever.
Well, he
magic
didn't say
triggered-
specifically talk about it, but I mean, all I said was, you know, I understand like how you feel, because he knew where I went, like what I went off to do, and you know, being in that area was part of it. So he knew, my whole family knew, right? He didn't explicitly say that he would talk about it. He'd be like, you know, we should catch up. Like, it wasn't even anything specific.
Well, maybe he resolved. He resolved to tell you about it.
Oh my gosh. But then
don't
that
know. All I'm
doesn't
saying is, like-
explain why my mom doesn't remember, or why Soliana doesn't remember. Like, they were not agents on this mission.
What do you
Like, why does my mom not remember her oldest son going out doing a very
Strange.
dangerous mission?
You think Verona is behind this?
Oh my god, I'm so 100% sure.
Yes, I charged.
It's a severe accusation.
But what reason?
Who
would she-
else?
Why
Who else
wouldn't
would?
Why wouldn't she wait till you would
I-
leave?
But I don't feel like she would do that. What would she be trying to achieve?
I don't know. Maybe, I mean, like what Cypher said. You know, maybe what happened in this mission was so, like, it has to absolutely be swept under the rug and kept secret. Two things which we know Lady Verona is perfectly capable of doing, because Yin has said that she's the kind of person that would do that. And I mean, she definitely is able to like have the arcane prowess to wipe people's memory. Like, I would not put it past her at all.
Yes, but
There's no.
risking magical banishment to hide a secret from someone who's
But
going
you
to
see,
be
it's
out
not
of
magical
town
banishment
anyway.
for her.
No, I'm
Like,
quite
she
sure
can
that
do it.
I'm quite sure that she would be found guilty of tampering with people's memories like that.
If she were to be found guilty,
Right.
Yeah, but it doesn't add up, right? Guilty or not. Why would you
It
do
doesn't.
all this to keep someone who was already involved in the affairs of the Masked Elves, already helping the city, and who's already about to find out more about the nature of the Mithril, and anyway going to be leaving town?
Right. It feels like we, to be honest, were on pretty good terms with Lady Verona. I thought we sort of saw eye to eye.
So she's being framed
Why do you think it's her?
because of the letter.
because I
Claudia.
can't think of anyone else. I
And also
mean,
because the letter came from her, right?
The other came from the academy.
Would it
From the
not be? Would it
which
not be
she
someone-
runs.
No, the same academy which is receiving strange plants and getting people to eat bags of poisoned rice.
Okay. If Lady Verona had not shown any recognition of my brother being sent out, I would agree with you.
No,
But
I'd
she
say
knew exactly what I was talking about when I asked her, and she refused to tell me anything. And then
If
the
she
day
was-
after that, the letter gets sent to my family.
if she was determined to keep it from you, she would have feigned ignorance from the start and then modified their memory or whatever. Seems very strange.
I have a question. If she's so capable of altering memories, why would she leave such a loose end of you? Why would she not just alter your memory so that to complete the loop, right?
Or do it from the start when your brother first returned.
Yes.
To make
Why?
sure
Why?
there's
Why?
nothing
Why
to
would?
spill.
Yeah. Why would she make such a blunder or open such a loophole for herself? I feel like she'd be more careful than that.
What if it's your memory that's messed up, and not
That's
theirs?
Not very likely, considering we were away.
So I have.
I mean,
this-
you make valid points. Fine, maybe it's not her, but it's something. It definitely did happen.
So
Yeah, I just want to say this trend of losing memories can't be a coincidence.
Right, and you know what else was powerful enough to wipe memories? That whoever we were
I know.
talking
Yeah.
to. But wouldn't that just mean that whatever your brother was involved with definitely has ties with the Masked Elves or maybe
Masked
whatever
Elves.
that plant, whoever that is behind it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't doubt it for a second. The whole reason why they went to Deadmire is I mean, the reason why we were sent out, right? As a scouting public, like, it's all has to do with the Masked Elves. Like, everyone knows this.
Were you able to pick up any trace of magic when you were speaking to your mother and brother? It must have been recent.
I didn't think to check.
When
However, when I asked him to, because like I mentioned, he does not perform magic at all since that happened. So I persuaded him to today. Like harmless magic, literally like send me a message to my head kind of thing. He did everything right. You know, the hand gestures, the verbal, you know.
But that's not related to the memory issues, right?
I
we
know,
that
but
the
it's-
mithril is corrupted, and we know that the arcane practitioners draw their power from the mithril and the weave. And if that connection is damaged, then obviously the results are unpredictable.
Yeah, so it's definitely damaged because I just heard static in my head, even though he said hello. And when I asked him to prestidigitation like a spot,
Listen, your father seems to
Oh.
me like a much more meticulous man. Why don't we speak to him right away? You can see if you can detect any evidence of tampering. But I feel like he's the sort to keep receipts and more accurate timelines. If you say the letter just received yesterday, it might still have some traces or some inconsistencies, or he might remember who he met if he's done anything out of the ordinary. I think we should go right now.
okay. Yeah. Sorry, it's frustrating.
Melvin's still praying, so 2 hours prayer is very long.
No, I mean, I would have already left after 2 hours and gone back and
yeah,
see the
2 hours is
meltdown.
a very long time, bro.
I'm not praying. I'm just chilling there.
Yeah, but
Listen.
chilling for 2 hours is a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're
I'm.
still chilling.
Why don't you?
I'm believing.
Why don't
Sorry,
you
Sasha, go.
check on Soliana right now? Because whoever did this
Oh,
would have prioritized your family over someone like her, assuming they would even know to
hmm.
come after her. Do you find anything strange at doing her? I will just divine
Is
sense
that
while I'm in the room.
something I can tell though? That I know that I can tell?
Detect magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would.
Give me Arcana check.
Me?
Oh,
Me?
what's
Yeah.
that?
There's nothing, Safrid. I mean, you have heard of this sort of magic, kind of like used to kind of, how you put it, kind of like read or kind of like adjust the thoughts or memories of creatures, and it is something. Divination magic, number one, is not really your school. It's not something that you're particularly familiar with. So although you've heard of it, you don't really know how to go about detecting traces of it.
That's something Vervin can do, right? He's done it before.
Detect thoughts.
Detect magic.
Yeah, but detecting magic is trace of magic. This is, you are literally trying to find influence of magic on a person.
Right.
It's not even an item. It's not an item. It's not like an alarm spell or anything. This is much deeper than just like casting detect magic.
Okay.
Hmm. Okay, well,
no zone of truth either.
when you rejoin the group after 2 hours, they are discussing. You look, and Isuya looks upset. Everybody looks like they are kind of like struggling to make sense of something, and you join the conversation, and they catch you up. And now the group is complete in the unicorn. Okay, what we do?
I wanna
Dinner is at 7.
I wanna ask Celia about the moon elves. Is there no why like the moon elves? Why do they prefer Saloon over the innate elven god? Is there roll a check to tell me if she knows anything?
I
Sure.
could.
Yeah, I mean, I sort of.
Yeah, Isuya will know.
Is it even
I
important
could
now?
put a history check.
No, I'm just curious. It's not important. I'm just curious.
Oh,
Generally, the Church of Saloon is okay. So the Corellon, the sort of like the religion or the worship of Corellon is very elitist, right? It's more of like it's a very like isolated kind of religion where they believe that elves are more superior, like the superior race, and because they have come out like they have come so far in terms of like magic, warfare, and like culture, art, and all that.
Being
They
able
are
to live
supe-
long.
Yeah, they live like they're almost like immortal. They live like longer lives than all the other races. So they are the superior race. They are the alpha race. So they kind of have this like view where they look down upon the other races. The Church of Saloon is more welcoming, and it's more kind of like accepting, in a sense where they kind of like welcome all the different races, and there's this like kind of like the principle of Saloon is basically acceptance and tolerance and equality. So to treat all other beings as equals. So I
Wow,
think
you launched us so far.
nice. After a while, there was kind of like when the Church of Saloon or the religion of Saloon was introduced into Everesca, initially there was a very big outcry about it, and then there was almost like this civil war which kind of like erupted because the elves did not want or did not believe, a lot of the elves did not believe that other races should be treated as equals. But eventually there was kind of like this new decree that was kind of put in place where these two religions have to exist side by side. Like the government realized that this is important. Moving forward, there needs to be some form of acceptance if they want to have diplomatic relations with other races as well. Which is why the Church of Selûne exists. It doesn't mean that because it exists, the Church of the Temple of the worshippers of Corellon, are okay with them. They just do their own thing.
Just
They
a
both
coexistence.
Coexistence essentially.
And Sun
Alright.
Elves at the other one because Sun Elves always think they're superior.
Sun
Even
Elves are
amongst elves.
a lot of Sun Elves are of noble blood also,
Yeah.
which is why. Yeah.
So Sun Elves look at Moon Elves and Wood Elves and all that also. I wouldn't say as lesser, but they do feel like they are better.
Okay.
Even within
Because
like,
the main reason is
race.
because Corellon himself is a Sun Elf.
It's a Sun Elf, yeah.
Ah, okay. I
Saloon's
see.
and Moon Elf.
So yeah.
I see. Interesting. That makes sense.
Okay. What are we doing, guys?
Did we put a close to Isiria's chapter already?
No.
The memory loss thing?
Don't think we are.
She's not gonna let it down for the foreseeable future.
Of course not, he's my brother.
Okay, you have dinner at 7. Until then, you have a couple hours to kill. So what do you want to do?
It's going to be an awkward meal, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It so is. I'm so sorry. But maybe it'll be less awkward because you're around and then you don't want to make a scene. I don't know.
So you're gonna talk to your dad first? Or talk to
I
him
feel
during...
like I should talk. Well, I don't know whether I should talk to him at the bookworm or talk to him at home, but at home it'll be awkward. So I feel like I probably should go to the bookworm.
Celia, did they only lose the memory of that incident? I mean, did they seem to only lose that part of it? Like, do they still remember everything that happened afterwards?
Yes. So they remember him not using his magic, which is essentially what happened. Like he just stopped and kind of became a recluse. But the reason that was given to them was, he's kind of in a bad spot. We're figuring it out. But
so they remember everything, like about you coming home recently and
Yeah.
spending time.
mhm,
Just not
not that.
Listen. Do you know someone who would know about this, but you have not spoken to them or interacted with them?
Well,
Because
I mean,
I think when that being probed your mind, it got your memories of who you talked to, and then it set out to erase its own tracks. So
Oh.
if you knew an ally of his that was on that same mission, but you do not have any memory of interaction before, we could get them to validate the story. Then we would know that is that being on the other side of the plant that's responsible.
I don't know. I don't know who else he went with. I mean, that's the whole reason why I asked Marshall Reeds and why I asked Lord Bruno to get information. Like my family had zero information. He was just left at our doorstep, and that was it. I mean, of course, from a mission standpoint, they're not going to explicitly say, okay, he's going with person A, B, C, D, E. It's confidential, military shit and all that kind of crap. Which is why when I asked Marshall
Him at the
Reese, he
doorstep?
couldn't. Sorry,
Do you know who left him at your doorstep?
I don't know. We just opened the door and he was there. Like he was unceremoniously dumped at our door. It wasn't even like we're back. It was just
So it might not even be... how should I put it? Might not even be the academy that returned him.
maybe, I don't know. Maybe.
No, I'm sure it was, but I mean, my point is anyone.
I don't know. I don't have the information. The
You
only one who
interacted
is the
with.
information is Lady Verona. Because even Rice doesn't have that information.
If you want to take a gamble, you could always talk to Verona and ask her to confirm that there's such a record. because she would have been very busy with Yin. She was around us, so whatever that entity would not have been able to get to her. I feel like she would remember.
I could
And if she
try
checked
again
the
with her.
records and found that the records have been tampered with, but I don't know if they would. I don't know. It's just a theory. Working off a very wild theory.
I know. Could try. But yeah, I mean, this kind of mind magic is not my expertise. I have a sister who specializes in that area.
I've got an idea for something safe, I suppose. You could ask your old master with the coins if he still has the coins. Because I feel like if someone was going out to cover their tracks, maybe they wouldn't want the coins to be falling into the wrong hands or research as well.
Ah.
But it's a different issue, so maybe they're like, oh, that's not as important as whatever happened to the Mire.
Okay. I could try. But bookworm first, I guess.
Sure.
Okay. Heading over to the bookworm. Father is hard at work as per usual. Same bookstore, like previously I described. Like you walk over and you kind of call out to your father. He's busy tending to customers, but he does walk over and kind of like give you a minute of his time. Is this urgent cause there are customers waiting?
Yeah, just a quick question.
Mm.
Do you remember? I know we don't talk about it much because it's a sensitive subject, but do you remember what happened with my brother? With Silmir?
Looks at you, confused expression.
Great.
Confused in a good or bad way? Like,
Great.
does he remember or does he not remember?
So
Doesn't
him going out on a mission,
Shakes his
getting
head.
dumped back, nothing, no,
Any
zero.
visitors to the home in the last day?
Not that I recall. Besides Cecilia?
And the
mean-
letter that you guys got? I mean, I spoke to mom
I
and she
mean-
mentioned that.
Yeah. The letter was delivered, yes, by post.
Okay. Good to know. Just checking.
Nods and then he
We
I'll see you
will
for
be.
dinner tonight?
Yes, yeah, we will.
Yeah.
We will be there.
And he kind of rushes back to tend to his customers.
Ah.
Wow.
While I'm here, I'm gonna stock out my ink and parchment, just FYI.
That gives you stuff for free. Making it for free. Okay.
Getting the classic Draven Aru.
I wanted parchment also, right?
I got it, yeah.
I mean Cypherate.
If Celia, this might be a bit risky, but maybe you might consider asking Lady Verona herself.
I was thinking about that.
Because I personally don't think it's her, and it seems a bit scary that only people you know are being targeted about this,
Except us.
except
Because
us.
we were all together.
Yeah. Well, maybe I can ask you guys tomorrow if you remember the story I told you. Who knows? Maybe, you know, your memories will get wiped too, and then you don't remember us having this conversation. But we only know tomorrow.
Ah,
Yeah, I'm gonna grab some parchment from
I have
Cecilia
just
and then
that one,
just
yeah.
write down a note, yeah.
Okay.
That on this date we still knew what happened.
Okay.
Keep this safe. I pass it back to
Okay.
her.
How do you know whatever modifies your memory doesn't make you change the documentation as well?
What do you mean? I just wrote it, right?
Did you?
And he passed it to me.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like anything to me.
Stop it. Can you just write your name so you know that
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
are the one who wrote it? Okay, cool. Well, I mean, it's a little experiment we can try, sure. But yeah, I mean, I agree, Cusclav. I was thinking about speaking to Lady Verona about it, but I have no idea how forthcoming she would be. But hopefully, with everything that has transpired so far, a little bit more than she was when we first met her.
Right. Yeah.
You wanna go find her now?
Yeah, if I have the time, I would do that.
You
I
do,
guess.
you do, you do.
Okay.
Okay.
Marching.
Hustling over to the, rushing over to the Royal Academy, Rinia will tell you. He will smile and says, "Appointment."
Nope. Super urgent. Need to speak with Lady Verona.
She kind of like looks at the watch and says, stop. I think she just finished up with her council meeting and she probably just got back. Let me just check.
Thanks so much.
We're gonna pull a memento, guys. Wake up tomorrow with random notes.
Wake up tomorrow.
Uh,
And we are in the
Lady
town
Verona
of
will
Fendelver.
see you and only you.
oh, okay.
To
Why?
tattoo
Why?
yourself.
Yeah, why?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. She just met us. All of us today,
Not
so-
in the usual meeting room, in her office.
Okay. I look at everyone and be like,
Office
come
room is
out.
for official business.
Is that why they call it an office?
I think
up,
so.
oh,
like,
God.
go up like a many flights of stairs to kind of like a level which you've not been on. And it's almost like all the different rooms have like the nameplates of like all the different instructors. At the end of the hall is Lady Verona's name, Lady Verona Morven, headmaster of the Royal Academy of the Arcane, imprinted in gold, nameplate on the door. You knock and you enter a very large room actually, which does not, let's say the end of the hallway is almost like impossibly large. This room, it's very very large. It kind of extends all the way in, and there's like almost like a second floor. There's a staircase which goes up on the side, and you can see there's almost like two kind of levels of bookshelves which line the back wall. And then there's a desk at the end of the kind of this beautiful polished oak desk at the end of the room, where you can see Lady Verona kind of like flipping through kind of like what appears to be a book of some sort. Very warm lamp sits at her side, quill, inkwell, and then also like many different stacks of documents and papers kind of all around this like kind of quite messy desk. She sees you walk in, and then she kind of like puts away what she's doing. Says, "Please sit."
That's it.
I'm getting all
Lady
What?
Verona, I don't know how else to.
I would like to know first why you convinced your brother to cast magic.
Because I wanted to know if I could help him.
I didn't seek you out because I knew you would come to find me. Your brother is, let's put it this way, under supervision of the Royal Academy, and he's not in a position to perform magic at the moment. We don't know what the effects are. It's very dangerous, if I would put it simply. The detachment from the metal. It's not safe.
I will be right one because I was wrecking them.
Why does he
with
not
my
remember?
Not remember what?
Why does my entire family not remember what happened to my brother?
Gives you this like kind of like very grave look.
He doesn't remember going to the Deadmire? He doesn't remember being unceremoniously dumped at the door.
Lower your voice for just 1 minute, please. She kind of like waves and does some verbal incantation. You can see almost like the candlelight flickers slightly as she does that. If we are to have this conversation, I need to know that this will satisfy your curiosity and you will not pursue this matter anymore.
I honestly cannot promise that.
Then you can leave.
He is my brother.
I understand. And he is under our protection. No harm shall come to him.
But what harm is there? At least let me know why is he in harm?
If we are to have this conversation, I will need you to swear an oath in writing that you will not speak of this to anyone and this will be the end of it.
It has something to do with what I am doing right now. What if this is all connected?
Even if it is, this cannot surface.
So I just use his account.
I mean, I totally understand, the level of secrecy and, not just letting any Tom, Dick, and Harry know. I get that. But I would, going into this and now delving deeper into whatever it is that we're delving deeper into, I need as much information as much as possible, so whatever happened to him wouldn't happen to me.
I'm willing to I'll repeat myself again, Sylvia. I am willing to satisfy your urge to learn what happened to your brother. And I'm willing to provide you with that knowledge on account that you swear an oath to not say a word to anyone else.
Fine.
What?
You see a kind of like sheet of parchment floats over from the nearby bookshelf. The quill starts drafting out what appears to be a formal contract.
Quick question. Would my memory be wiped?
We
Because
did
if
not-
I...
did
doesn't
not-
make sense. You know what I
we-
mean?
Let me finish. We did not deem it necessary to wipe your memory.
I got someone.
Fine.
We?
Okay, fine. Fine.
When you leave this room, and I know your friends are waiting on the other side of the door, there shall be no more of this business. You will go on and you will have your dinner with your family and you will go on with your ambassadorial duties. Is that clear?
I'm wishing this guys.
That was what I intended to do anyway.
Pushes the paper towards you. Sign on the line, please.
If whatever you share with me were to happen
Hello?
again, can I at least bring it up to you? Assuming whatever you're gonna tell me is, whatever the information is. If it were to happen again.
She nods.
Okay.
I'll read the contract
Make it fine.
very carefully before I sign it.
Yeah, so basically you cannot breathe a word of whatever transpired in this room to anybody except her. And only under the exception that it has to be a magically warded place. Like completely warded location. Secure enough that nobody can eavesdrop.
Okay, fine. Also.
Okay, let's go to the other channel.
No, let them hear it. I'm not gonna tell
No.
them, but they should
No.
know.
No.
Just let them hear it.
No.
It's fine.
Whatever you find, oh,
Gone already.
Well, I was gonna say she cannot breathe the word, but she can write it out.
Oh man.
in a magically warded place like my bathroom. Shin is the true Fae character, you know? Finding the loopholes in the
Ah.
contracts.
Very technical. Must be technical.
Yeah.
Technically
programmers.
correct is the best correct.
That's why I get Log4j, right? Can communicate it in the form of interpretive dance.
Charades, charades.
Just rename all the characters.
Yeah. Let me tell you a story.
About not Isilia.
And not Isilmir. About a place not Deadmire.
Life Maya. So stupid. Ah, what's going on?
I don't know.
Oh,
Oh my god.
They've discovered the location of the lost mine of Endelver.
Oh, amazing.
why cannot let us know?
So whatever piece of the puzzle that she has needs her to piece together, like your bishop thing. So we cannot help with metagame with that.
But if she cannot mention it at all,
She has to figure it out herself
I'm gonna go pee.
and push us in that direction.
Ah, I can't see Cam and you guys can't see me.
yeah, I can
It's
see Cam now
scarfed.
also.
It's scarfed.
Super
I
scuffed.
will just disappear or what?
Like
You were
halfway
gone for
through,
quite
right?
some time already.
Yeah.
I was gone?
Yeah.
Do you remember me?
What?
Who's
Never-
talking? Such a fucked up DM thing to do.
Huh? What do you mean?
What do you mean? He was dead. Shin, for some context, we had a whole session where important NPC died. And the next session, he was not dead and they just pretended that the whole party remembered wrong. It was amazing.
What?
The threat still hasn't been resolved yet. He's still alive. Very
How
good.
does that happen?
Ah, wouldn't you want to know? But I thought it was quite obvious, you know, because like the one loose end, that one NPC who doesn't fit neatly into any boxes, still remembered, and the party remembered.
You're talking about what?
My campaign,
Alright.
but here no NPC remembered.
Verona remembers.
Verona remembers. Fuck that campaign, yeah. How do I fix this? Refresh. Why? Why did this happen?
I don't know, it just disappeared halfway. I didn't refresh or what.
Yeah, I did, but I was trying to get Sean back.
I don't know. Oh, wait, I see you. But do you see me?
No, I see everyone else.
What the fuck?
Yeah, only Sean is gone for me still. This is like some Foundry version of COVID or something. Started with Vervin.
Do you just
We moved to Foundry because we had this problem on Roll20.
Can you just like refresh and it work?
I shift refresh.
Me too.
Control refresh. I don't know, man.
I try
You-
unplugging.
You go to your configure settings, then you go to module settings. Then under Jitsi WebRTC client, you click use full client, then you refresh there.
Oh, I refresh and now it's not even loading in.
Explode, computer explode.
My shit can't run this properly, dude. Module settings. Use full Jitsi mid client. Oh, maybe that's why it wasn't ticked.
No, you're not supposed to take it,
Oh,
but you
fuck.
can take it there. No,
Join
try it.
Jitsi meeting. Join.
Yes, then it opens.
What the fuck? Stop opening shit, dude.
No, that's fine. That's normal.
Wait, should I allow it?
Allow, yeah.
What the fuck?
Then you allow your video there.
Dude, this is way jang.
We still don't see you.
Hold on. Cause I don't have it enabled. Wait, it doesn't even give me the option to enable my WebE.
Bottom of your GC menu, there's the show video.
No, like it's grayed out. And then like at the browser settings, it doesn't.
Prompt, right?
Yeah, it doesn't prompt.
That means your browser's not picking up your webcam
But
for
it,
some reason.
it prompts on the Foundry tab though. It's weird.
Okay, go back to turn it back to the non-full client and see if it makes a difference.
Do I have wallpaper engine too?
I mean, it
Wallpaper
didn't.
engine lah, it's not wallpaper engine.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, my shit is just scuffed, man.
Fuck, dude. What do I have? I have nothing on.
It's fine lah. I'm pretty sure it's the peer-to-peer connection, not nothing else.
Fuck, I want to be a peer. I want to connect. Unplug. The classic plug unplug close browser. Is it? I guess it still doesn't work.
Let me refresh and see.
Oh,
Mm,
After a good 20-30 minutes or so, you see her come back down the stairs.
Do you remember who we are?
yes. Unfortunately. No, I'm just kidding.
Who are you?
Kidding.
Yeah, who are you though?
Stop. No, it's not funny.
So what happened?
Can't talk about it.
Of course.
is it okay though? Is everything
Did you get your answers? Was it her?
I did get answers. And I'm okay with what I heard. And we can leave it to rest for now.
So it wasn't the plan.
No. No. But no.
So it wasn't not Verona.
blink once? But yeah.
Be
The time
very
now?
careful. Be very careful.
What's the
Oh my
time now?
god, dude, Verona is gonna smite Celia, dude, like.
Let's
the-
leave.
Yeah.
It's not in character. Maybe as
What's-
Anna.
Yeah, that was very Anna. Well, I mean, it's probably time for dinner soon, right?
About an
Yep.
hour or so more.
Yeah. Well, I mean, anything you guys want to do?
Where's the location of
Shop.
Wave Echo Cave?
What?
Nothing.
Alright, let's just. If you don't want to do anything, we'll fast forward to dinner.
Hold on. So the basilisk, the loot box. How much was it again?
Check.
15 gold each, is it?
I checked one.
Also, I believe we were supposed to
Yeah,
send pictures.
15 gold.
Send pictures
Okay.
of the plant to do.
Oh
I
yeah.
think I'll go and buy one before we leave, if it's still
Buy one?
available.
To Dragon
Yeah.
Ball.
Okay, you can take off 15 gold. They
Hope
roll
we
me a
get-
D100.
I hope you get haste pace, my dude.
E100. Wait, let me take off 15 gold
This
first.
guy actually unironically buying a loot box.
Hey, where's the gacha animations? I need my
Oral
pretty colour.
D100, is it?
Yes.
I need my dopamine rush.
Crack, 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 crack. Oh, that's a low roll, bro.
Shit
Alright.
roll.
Got turn rainbow or
will
not?
go. Alright, you kind of like chomp down on the candy corn. Most of it is candy, and then there's like one particular piece that when you bite on it, you feel almost like your teeth hurt a lot. You can't seem
Ow.
to bite through it, and you pull it out, and it appears to be a very very small ruby,
The dust crystal, obviously.
which is worth
Ooh.
20 gold.
Oh, profit!
What? Profit?
Time to buy another one.
Another one.
Do it
another one.
again. Hey
Do it
guys,
again,
this is
do it
fun. Do it again.
Do it again.
Do it again.
This
Okay,
is
So I add back 5 gold.
Yeah. Okay.
I
You
don't-
can,
I don't
if you sell
condone.
it, are you gonna sell it? The
Wait,
ruby?
I haven't sold yet. So let me minus again. Okay, roll again.
Whoa, we're actually buying another one.
Yeah, I bought another one.
oh,
You go-
89. That's
You go through the entire bag and it's all candy corn.
Aww.
Oh my god, you can't stop now. You have to make back.
Okay, I'll buy another one.
Oh my
No,
god.
no. Arcus, let me. I'll get it. I'll buy it for you. I'm sorry. I thought
It's
you-
okay, I bought it already.
No, I'll buy. I'll buy.
I start chomping.
Oh.
Oh,
How come it's considered as
Oh.
a 0?
That's not what you want to see on a D10. Okay, you never want to roll that on a D10.
you go through it, and this time there are 3 hard things in the bag.
Oh.
The first, and the most valuable of it, you pull it out, is a very shiny, translucent gem.
No.
And it's very large actually because the entire it's quite large. It's like about this big. It's a diamond.
No.
Oh.
It
Oh,
is,
large diamond.
It's a 50 gold diamond.
No way, we're level 3, dude.
No, that's actually so huge.
That
Name
is
roulette, man.
huge.
It's a 50 gold diamond. And then you pull out a 15 gold emerald as well, and a 20 gold ruby. So
Do it again, do
Oh.
it again.
Damn.
No,
I
no, no,
want
no,
to
no.
do it now. I
Go
want
again, go again. But
Quitting
keep
while I'm
it-
ahead.
How much is one bag?
15.
I want to do it.
You can do it now. So you can add 100 gold diamond and 15 gold emerald.
50 gold diamond, right?
It's 50 or 100 gold.
50 gold diamond.
300?
50, 15,
Okay,
20.
okay.
Yeah.
300 gold diamond.
50, no, fuck you. 50 gold diamond,
15 gold, 15 gold emerald.
emerald, and
and
20
20
gold,
gold
ruby
ruby.
times 2.
Yep.
Yeah, so this is.
Wow.
Were you buying, Marion?
Yeah, yeah.
You
Minus
go through
80.
right, so you go through the whole bag and you find nothing.
Go again. Go again.
Go again.
Okay, go
How
again.
much money do you guys have?
That's a decent roll.
Alright, you go through the whole bag and you find a 15 gold emerald.
Oh, refunded. That means you go again.
Oh,
No, you're still down. But
Still down.
Wanna go again?
Yeah, it's
hey,
like
River
I
Queen,
do
come on.
one more. One
River
more.
Queen,
Okay, one more.
River Queen, let's go.
You go
Ooh.
through the whole bag and you find nothing.
Oh
Okay, last one, River Queen.
no. No, you do lah.
I have $0. I'm literally broke.
Okay, okay.
Just trying
No,
to get
no,
you
go
all
on.
there.
Okay, so you have a 15 gold emerald, Syria.
Yeah.
And then Oracus, that's what you have.
You know what? One more.
Yeah.
One more.
River Queen, okay? You're gonna roll a fat.
Go, go, go.
Oh no.
You find absolutely nothing.
Great.
Not even candy, it's a bag of sand.
Great. Shut up. Okay, I'm done. What?
Okay.
15 gold emerald, right?
Yeah. And you're down
1,
Uh,
2, 3, 4, 60.
60 gold.
That's fine.
If I watch this happening, I will play a sad tune on my lyre.
Stop.
Performance check. The decent performance as Cypher kind of like plays this
Plus
very
2 some more, I have proficiency, it's not factored in.
I
and
might cry for
depressing
you.
tune
Marion, I
on the
cry
lyre
for you.
As you kind of go through the different bags of candy Zorn, trying to find gems but not finding anything except a sugar high.
It's a moving tale about a king who lost it all.
It's okay. It's like buying leatherette chocolate. You know, it's the same. It's all good. All good. Shook. Still shook.
Alright.
Okay.
Dinner
So, sorry, can I
Hmm.
sell the gems?
you can to a jeweler, yes.
Don't tell the diamond.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sell the diamond.
You can
Wait.
sell.
Do I know what is needed to craft a focusing iris?
You have not spoken to a transmutation master, so no.
Maybe I'll keep the gems first then.
Okay.
Do you think we'll need the gold? Probably not, right? On our travels.
Well, no.
I guess I don't feel like the Grey Cloak people would be very into gold. Is what I kind of get. Maybe.
Sure. Okay, then I'll just keep the gems first.
Okay. Sure. Alright, off to dinner. Last thing for the session with Isilia's family. As you enter the house, the table is set for many, many people. Most of Isilia's siblings are there, along with the mother and the father, all seated down. This very long table, rather 2 long tables that have kind of been joined together, and then kind of like various chairs of different shapes and sizes have kind of been cobbled together to make what appears to be like a makeshift dinner setting. Some of the chairs are like a piano stool. Some of the other chairs are obviously like not from the kitchen, like living room chairs, or like a couch that has kind of been repurposed to fill like one side of the table. And then you kind of like see that there's like a spread of food that looks absolutely divine, that fills the both sides of the table, and there's more that's coming off the kitchen, as well as different bottles or many bottles of wine that can't be laid out, as well as a bottle of sunshine. Yeah.
Family's rich.
Okay.
I mean, they own the largest bookstore in the city.
Yeah.
You are all invited to sit down as you sit down, and then after that, kind of Isilia's father does go around the table and ask, so how is everybody liking the city?
There's been a lot of interesting people.
Yeah, so many people.
You guys not used to such crowded places? Is that it?
Not
Not used to it at all.
Mhm.
Ah, I see. Well, you'll get used to it. I mean, just a couple more weeks here, and I'm sure you'll be well adjusted.
shifty eyes to Sylvia.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a bit of an announcement. Which is why everyone here today, which is great.
You can see like your dad gives you like the side eye almost.
We are actually heading out soon. 'Cause
You hear almost like a spoon drop, and you look over into your mum.
it'll be fine. It's an adventure, just gotta go out and I mean you always say earn our own keep.
I
This
meant
is one of
work
the
for the
ways.
academy in a
They
stable.
don't pay as well. Honestly.
Yeah, but you don't get yourself killed.
S- I trust my party. I'm not
I'm
gonna
sure
say
they're all
they don't look like much. They are extremely capable people.
I'm sure they're all capable, but why do you need to go?
Because they all don't know.
Celia is
ways of
as
the
capable
arcane
as
people.
any one of us. Finest wizard.
More capable if she has mage hands.
Stop it. Stop it. Our character no. It's I know how you feel, but this is important. It is.
How long will you be away? And where are you going?
Purely a diplomatic mission. Right?
Yeah, it's not like we're going into enemy
Okay.
territory or anything.
It's good, but still long traveling.
Yeah, long travel.
Wild animals.
Oh no, that's fine. Mom. Really, like I completely understand where you're coming from, and I will be safe.
Do you
We have
really?
agreed.
Do you really?
Ranger. I do. I mean, they are not good with the arcane, which is very much necessary. So, except for Kaskov, but he's special. But yes, we have great. I mean, Cyfred is like he is like you can't afford him type of talent,
That's not true.
Yeah, I mean, he has done work for some very reputable people.
Oh, like who?
It's not my place to say.
Like who? Then I'm to you.
No, it's aw.
It's really just some simple work for the city. I'm with the Order of Dawn. I'm not sure if
Oh, quite. I see him. Quite well known, yes. Then.
Well, formally, anyway. But that's not the point, right? Point is Cecilia, with or without this, fairly in great standing. She's held in highest of regards by the academy, and they requested that she go. I understand your reservations. It is a dangerous time.
Very dangerous. I mean, we
But
are
it's
technically still in the midst of a war, although I mean, I admit that we are probably faring, hopefully a little bit better than I think. Hopefully.
In any case, I don't wish to speak for her, but she has felt the call to serve the city, and it's a difficult thing for any parent to accept, and I fully understand that. If it's any comfort to you at all, I will always prioritize the safety above my own, and that is all I can promise you.
It's good to know.
It's so sweet. I'll go over and give her a big hug. I'm really sorry. I don't want to go either, but I mean, I do, but I understand. And I'll miss you very, very much. And I will send letters. If there are postal services, I will be sending a letter your way.
Where are you going exactly?
A variety of places. We have like 3 stops,
More than
right,
one?
guys?
2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2? 2?
2?
Yeah, 2.
2?
Grey Cloak Hills. It's one of them.
Kind of raises an eyebrow.
Which is very special. I mean, which is why you can totally understand, right? Like not anybody can just go there, but we are literally given the permission to
You
do so.
allowed to pass?
Yeah, cool, right?
Very cool.
So
Um,
yeah, pretty cool.
I heard it's really cool, in fact.
You,
Yeah,
how,
cool.
how are you going to... Wait. Then she kind of like looks to your dad, and your dad says like, yeah, how are you going to get past the ward, miss? I mean, I've read about them, and would you need something? Have you gotten the whatever it is?
If we go to work, Marion cannot remember.
I have no idea what's.
I don't know. I assume once we sign
Yeah.
contract, we can just go.
And we will get our supplies, right? Was
Yeah,
this mentioned at all?
No.
really no.
It's
Are we fucked?
it's quite a well kept secret because not many people go to Grey Cloak Hills, but everyone who has gone and come back, and there has been a small documentation about it in a book. Well, the hills are protected by what they call ward mist. It's a very special, how will you put it? Magical mist which surrounds the hills and serves almost as a deterrent and protection to people who would try to trespass.
I mean, great information. Definitely, we're bringing it up to the marshal. But I think we do have permission. We're not trying to trespass. We have documentation, so But I definitely will get more information and put your mind at ease on that.
Right. And where's the other place?
And on the rock.
City
Am I
of
saying
Shade.
that right? Yeah.
Oh god. You kind of like you
on the
intend
rock,
to
right?
cross the desert?
Well,
Well,
get there.
not
guess we
not us.
You
I mean, it's not our intention. It's the mission.
so you have to cross the desert.
to get to the
Seems
city
that way,
of
yes.
Shade.
Unless there's another way to get there without crossing the desert.
He kind of like swallows he takes a big gulp of wine and swallows, and he says, well, it's not the most welcoming place, the desert.
No, Vervin will be able to provide sustenance for us.
It's not
I-
about the sustenance,
Berries.
really. From what I've read about the desert, the one is not a normal desert. that much you need to know. It's a magical desert.
Why are we only hearing about all this now?
Because you've never bothered to do any research into the places that you're going into. And you never asked.
I mean, we did ask about places that we were going to, right? They didn't. None of them mentioned any of this.
Yeah, we did ask actually.
Yeah.
And you were not given that much information till now. The first concerned person. It's a magical desert which, well, the metal protects us, but it grows every decade. The desert itself encroaches on borders and grows in size. So the conditions surrounding it can be quite unpredictable.
Huh.
Actually, Dad,
Yeah.
if you have any books on these places, that would be great.
I have information on a rock if you'd like.
Yeah. For sure.
You just drop by tomorrow and I'll pass it to you. The Grey Cloak Hills is, well, not very well documented, and I don't think I have much on that for you. But Anurok, yes.
Okay.
It is very well. I mean, many people have made the trip and they know quite a bit of information. It would be readily available. Although it is dated information, that much you must know.
I'm sure it'll still help.
Okay, Ken, you will get the information next session. Okay. Before you leave, you can see your mother kind of like says, belonged. Well, it's a family heirloom of sorts. Perhaps it would serve you better than it would serve us. And she kind of like walks over to the kitchen and kind of like brings out this bag. It's not. Okay, I'll go give you I'll configure the permissions and let show it to you
Here it
guys.
is.
Bag of coding.
Bag of clothing.
Very, very punny. Chilled interdimensional
The
space.
fridge.
Oh my gosh, it's a portable fridge.
It's it's a bag of holding. It's just code inside.
That is so cool.
Wait, so I can put my water to become a slushy.
How
I-
cold is cold?
Cold enough, like freezer cold.
Damn.
I need slushy, guys.
I usually use this for, grocery shopping to keep ingredients and stuff. But I think perhaps on a long journey, this would be more useful to the five of you.
Mom, that is amazing.
Straight into Mephistopheles domain.
You are the best. Like
I
we
just want to
give
say that this is a family
on
heirloom,
loan, it will be returned back
and
to
I
you.
would like it back
Co-
in
who,
time.
Who had this? How?
So it's grandmother's.
Mother was Nelon. Mother's so old, she's Nelon.
Oh, I'll take very good care of it. Thank you.
She hands it over to you.
I give my mama a hug.
Quite reluctantly, and then she hugs you. Okay.
Guess you're gonna think about it.
A bag of clothing, mind you.
Good.
Bag of clothing.
Also, Mom, when you put water in it, does it just become an ice?
She says the last I've checked, yes.
Cool. So you've only ever put meats in, I suppose.
Meats and vegetables and some fruit and stuff like that.
Okay.
Fish.
Cool. Okay. Thank you. Can put dead bodies, guy.
What?
Oh god.
Kidding. it won't like, rot because it's chilled. Speak with dead forever. What? Kidding.
Alright. We'll call today's session here.
Thanks, guys, for sessions.
Alright, alright, alright.
Alright.
Very cool.
Good.
We were at the dining room, but they were giving gifts. That's the wrong room for the occasion.
Yeah, don't you have a gifting room,
Or
Sylvia?
like a departure or an announcement room.
Hugging room?
A talking room
You're
and a
misusing.
breathing room.
Yeah, you're misusing your rooms. This is why they have.
Wow,
this
that's
name.
wrong.
Alright. Cool. 26, no session. FYI. So next week session, then 26 we take 1 week off.
That's fine.
Roger that.
Did everyone say yes?
It's just Cam. It's literally Cam.